Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The Rant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Rant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Logic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the Ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the Rant Network. Good day.
Good evening. My name is Mr. M, also known as Logic, and you're watching the Evening Rant, the interim show, until we get the morning rant back. All right. But before we focus on getting the morning rant back, I want to thank everybody who contributed so far to make sure that we stay coming on and ranting. And that's why we're here with the Evening Rant. And those are the people I'm talking about are those that you've seen in the credits, the co-producers, the associate producers. I appreciate you all. It's because of you. Everybody who comes here gets to get an honorarium for their time. So salute to you all. This is a Friday evening. I'm sipping. I thought I wasn't going to be. It's real informal. We do have a lot of news stories to get to. Probably won't get to them all. You know what I mean? However, probably starting next week, we'll start coming on Wednesday and Fridays. But as the past 2 weeks, we've been just doing Fridays. We've just been coming on for Fridays. But let me get to the chat. And then after I get to the chat, we will bring on the co-host we have for the night or for the time being, because we might have some people pulling up a little later. You know, they might be on CP time, or they just might not be coming in. No work, no show type shit. Who knows? We'll see. Brooklyn Honcho is throwing his fists up. Salute to my guy, Brooklyn Honcho. Brooklyn Honcho also says, let's go. Salute to you, my guy, co-producer, Brooklyn Honcho. Salute to you. Good to see you in the chat. Kicking in the door says free to rant. Yes, that is the hashtag currently, free to rant. All right, free to rant. You know what I'm saying? They got us in YouTube jail. I heard of Facebook jail, but they got us in YouTube jail. Antoinette, who is behind the scenes, says peace to everyone. Peace to her. Work Son says salute. Good to see my guy Work Son on the check-in. Brooklyn Honcho also says already subscribed. As I knew you would be. Salute to my guy. Mr. Jones, another associate producer right there, says was good. Kings and Queens. Salute to my guy. Also, early on, I want to give an honorary mention to the people I've seen. I've seen Sunflower Sky. She was enjoying the music. Salute to you, Sunflower Sky. Always good to see you. Just One Love, another associate producer. Thank you for pulling up. She says the music is fire. The Rose Show says, "Hey family, salute to the Rose Show. Salute to our associate producer, the Rose Show." And sorry, Just One Love is associate producer as well. I don't know if I said that earlier. And Sky says, "Good to be here. Always good to have you." Shan P, another associate producer, says, "Good evening." Salute to her. Let me see. Who am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anyone at this point. All right. And Just One Love says, "Free the rant." Yes, free the rant. Free the real. Free the rant. You know what I'm saying? So it's my guess that YouTube will be sending us more flags and strikes as they go ahead and backtrack some of the content. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wish failure on us or anything like that, but I just want to be prepared for the worst. And that's why we have this channel here. Also, we have a website, which is irantlive.tv. irantlive.tv. So if you check out irantlive.tv, we should be live on there right now. In fact, let me go over there just to check. And what I'll do for the irantlive.tv is, all right, so no, if for some reason it's not playing the stream on there, excuse me for that. But what we will do in the future is we'll embed a link to a more unflaggable channel, and we'll have it there. So if ever we get cut off midstream, or if you can't find us, just go to the website. And that is just our beta website. We have another one in the process being made as we speak. So that will be the one we'll be promoting even more. As that one, you'll be able to sign up, leave your comments, message us, and everything else that you can do on Facebook. But we want to be able to do it on our own because, Facebook will throw you in Facebook jail as well. All right. So we have about 3 people who are pulled up so far. And I want to bring them on the stage, giving them a heads up. Hope you guys are ready. First and foremost, I'm bringing on my co-host, Miss Vanessa Smiles. How you doing today, V?
Teddy Riley. There we go. Off Teddy Riley. How are you?
I'm cool. How was your week?
Good. I'm trying to bring some sunshine into the atmosphere because New York City is hurting right now. And I think New Yorkers need a second stimulus check because this is supposed to be Memorial Day weekend and thoughts are supposed to be outside. So it's
all right.
tragedy.
All right. Well, salute to you sticking up for the thoughts early in the show. All right. And salute to my sister, Antoinette. Antoinette, how you doing today?
How y'all doing?
All is well.
You look beautiful in the pink.
Oh, thank you.
I love
appreciate it.
I love it. I love the look.
How are you doing, Antoinette?
I'm doing wonderful. I got the kids out the house for the weekend, so the baby. So the oldest one, she had the movies for her friends. So I'm gonna have some free time. I'm great. Had some good news. I had a great week Wednesday, so I'm doing great.
That's what's up.
Big things.
Yeah, I hope I'm not blowing it up, but Antoinette just hold on. I hear a lot of mumbling. Hold on. Antoinette just opened up her beauty salon, correct?
Well, okay, wait. Let me get that straight. I have my own salon. I work for a franchise, so I own my own salon. Well, they gave me a salon, and I run that. So yeah, I have my own location. It's like a franchise. So yes, it's my own. That's my spot, only me, and I just could do whatever I want. It's like a dream come true. It's like, wow, this is what I prayed for, and I got it. So I'm just so happy.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And we don't need the inside scoop on how it happened per se. You know what I'm saying? You just open up your salon, you open up your salon. You know what I'm saying? If it's a franchise, that's cool. But we glad
it's mine. That's my spot, though. It is mine.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So and I wouldn't even use the terminology that they gave it to you neither. You know what I'm saying? They obviously saw something in you, and they are in partnership with you. You feel me? And there's nothing wrong with having a partnership.
Yeah, I'm so humble. You're right. I have to keep talking it down. But yes, I was blessed. Yes. Thank you.
No doubt. I'm hearing a little bit of feedback on your side. So when you're not talking, I would say just mute your mic.
Okay.
All right, cool. And live from the trap house, my man MC Mighty Casey. What's good, brother? How you doing?
Hold on.
Yeah, this nigga's in the
Yo,
trap.
y'all ladies look beautiful today. I see y'all with the yellow matching, coordinating, the hair looking good. I see internet glasses looking good. Everything all right. I feel I would have went to the shop today if I knew no one texted me on the group chat like we gonna look good today, girl. And shout out to the balance. You know what I mean? Shout out to the balance today. Normally it's a male dominated, but not even male dominated because V dominates us, but it's just more of us. You know what I'm saying?
Speak for yourself, man. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Well, now, go ahead, V. What you gonna say?
Now I was gonna say I do no such thing. I do no such thing. It's just abuse.
Abuse. So, V, I see you earlier this week in a club, correct? I was trolling you while you was on Instagram.
Yo, shout out to Logic and his trolls because you had, and I'm not like, yo, and shout out to Brooklyn Honcho as well because Brooklyn Honcho made my whole entire show curse at me. Okay. I got cursed out by my own show because of Brooklyn Honcho. So salute to him. Okay. But no, I was out here in these streets this week. And every time I was on, yes, congratulations, Antoinette. I seen it on the gram. I was just like, I'm salute. Like,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's just amazing. But like, honestly, I've been out here in these streets, and every time I'm out here in my live, Logic wants to put up the emoji mask face on my Instagram. Yes. Why are you doing this, Logic?
I don't know. If I feel it, I gotta say it. You know what I'm saying?
I could just tell, and then I could just tell like how you will, and it did look kind of crazy because it was mad hot in there. It was very sticky. Like, you know, it gets so hot on the IG, like it fog up your camera type stuff. I was like, oh, I said, as soon as Logic popped into the stream, I said, he's gonna go crazy because he knows that there is no COVID-19 restrictions set up in this vicinity. And I'm surprised that he did. Like, I think he may have called the people because 20 minutes after I got up live, the police shut up. Not just kidding.
Salute to the police. No, they was getting hot in there. That's looking like a Nelly video. Niggas was hugged up on V, kissing all in her face and all that.
You know what's so crazy? Those were the Legrands. I ran into all of my uncles at the party. And you know what's so crazy? At the end of the party, they all want to talk about how they're going to create a Netflix series of their family. I'm like, get out of here. You don't make movie deals while you are drunk off of 1800. Like, that's not... Somebody help them. Please.
Salute the Redemption. She said she hopped out of yoga teacher training for 5 minutes. Love you. We love you too. Thank you for coming. Even if it's for 5 minutes, we appreciate you. Real talk. And I almost forgot she's learning how to be a yoga instructor on Fridays. So we definitely got to get these Wednesday shows up and running so Redemption could be live in the chat. Salute to you. You know we love you as well. Our co-producer, and Just One Love also says congratulations to Internet. Yes, congratulations.
Thank
you. You know what I'm saying? V was definitely in the spot. There was a bunch of niggas on the stage performing. There was like 10 niggas to the stage. You know, they wasn't socially distancing at all. It was all sweaty, hopping around and twirling around and doing that young nigga shit that they be doing now. All that craziness.
The Indie Animals?
Oh, they was on their indie animal shit. They was sweating on each other. It looked crazy. So I just felt like I had to troll a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
New York but don't you think that New York deserve it though? Like New York, we have been like in the trenches since COVID. At least people who live, you know, down south or on the West Coast, they at least get a little bit of sun out of it. We had to be in the house and we get messed up weather. And like now, like Memorial Day weekend, I thought it was gonna be lit. I was supposed to take the babies to Sesame Place. Now we had to cancel the Sesame Place trip for the babies, and now the babies is looking at us sideways. Like, you know, it's crazy out here. I think New Yorkers need an extra stimulus check just for New Yorkers.
How's the weather? What's the weather out like there? Because I don't watch the news.
It's storming right now. Like I was just left 125th Street and I got drenched in rain. And they said it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and it might slow down on Sunday. But New York has been like, this has been a really, really long winter or whatever they want to call it. But we haven't even really got like a 90-degree, like, at least 3 days straight, like nothing like that, like not even really 85. Like it's
not summer
warming.
It's not summer yet though. It's not summer yet. So You gotta wait. But to answer your question, do I think we deserve to wild out and all that? No, I don't. I don't. I feel like that's like that's like those things where it's like, oh, it's my birthday, so I'm gonna get fucked up, and it's like, so because it's your birthday, because you survived however many years you survived, you're gonna risk it all. You're gonna get fucked up, drive drunk, can't fucking move, can't control yourself. You know what I mean? It's the same logic. I'm not with that shit. You know what I mean? Even though I do want to, make some moves this summer, I just want to be a little safer. You know what I mean? But that spot didn't look like it was outdoors, and didn't look like they had any windows. Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
They did have an outdoor section to it. It just nobody was really using it.
Yeah, and everybody was indoors. And there was a nigga on the stage performing looking like Tory Lanez.
He definitely did look like Tory Lanez, for sure. But no, I like a Logic. I think that might be a little bit extreme. Like, as far as, New Yorkers being compared to other places in regards to getting like stimulus checks and stuff like that. Like, I think that going out is great. Like, that's necessary. Like, human interaction is important. And I feel like us as a society, we're losing that so much. Like, even coming home on the train just now, I don't even take the train like that. On 125th Street, I guess maybe by accident, this little younger boy bumped this older man's jacket or whatever. And he was just like, I'll fuck you up, nigga. Like, and I was just like, oh my God, like, I feel unsafe. And these are white people. But he looked like a little indie animal nigga, and he was trying to come at like an OG, and it just like I was like, this dude is gonna fuck you up if you don't leave him alone. Like,
I mean, that sounds like regular New York to me.
I feel like New York is back. We just can't go nowhere,
especially Harlem.
That's where I was. Yeah,
regular New York shit right there. Mr. Jones says, "Good luck with your success, Internet." Salute to my guy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, we're always gonna be wishing you the best, and we might have to make you a commercial or something. Whatever we could do to help you get business. You know what I'm saying? Because it is not easy to run your own business.
I got so much ideas. Oh goodness. I'm just still trying to soak it in. I'm still in, disbelief. When I just walked in, it was like, this is yours. I'm like, okay. So thank you so much. Thank you. It's surreal.
I'll do a live podcast from the beauty shop too. That would be kind of lit.
That would be lit. Just One Love says, when Josh steps on your live, it's not trolling, it's checking on us. Yeah, exactly. I'll let her say. Hold on, we can't talk at the same time. I'll let her say that I was trolling. I'll even say it, for lack of better words. But y'all know I was just kind of, like you said, checking in on her, making sure
I'm a troll. So that's why I always assume everybody else is like trolling.
I was making sure she ain't forget. You know what I'm saying? You still got to be on point. What are you saying, Casey?
I was saying it was a tangent. Evening Rant award show for all the best podcasts, best porn star, best independent novel, best independent rap artist. You know what I'm saying? And
best hairstylist, like all of that. Best intellectual.
We definitely want to do some,
the biggest conspiracy theorist, the biggest hater. Like,
we definitely want to do some more interactive stuff. This Corona shit is definitely killing my vibe and my creativity. It could
be live. It could be, just like an award show.
Yeah. I know. But at the same time, a lot of stuff would be dope if we had certain things in person as well. Shan P says, congratulations to Internet. Yes, salute to her. And she says, V, your hair looks fabulous. You're glowing. Salute to Shan P, our associate producer. We appreciate you. And all right, so while we were talking about all this COVID situation, I guess it's only right that we do our COVID update. You know what I'm saying? So let me get all that set up. You know what I mean? But part of the COVID update is that, V is out there clubbing and shit open. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, shit is open.
It's really not open though, because every spot people go to now, they'll shut it down. And like, we was outside for like 20 minutes, and then we were literally probably only in that room where you seen us maybe about 30 minutes. Like, and then we left. Because even now, what they're doing when spots get overfilled, they're pushing people out so that other people can come in. So they're still like limiting how many people can be in there, but they're having people leave and then other people come in.
Right. But that's the only thing they're doing is basically limiting shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's open. That spot probably, to be real with you, a lot of spots are not going by the capacity anyway. A lot of spots go over their capacity, and probably they're just enforcing it more now that we got COVID. A lot of those lounges are only made for like 50, 100 people, and they'll pack them shits. You feel me? But anyway, next up is our COVID update. You know what I mean? We're gonna have an informal show today, but at the end of the day, we do have to get to some of these news stories. So next up is our COVID update by yours truly. Let's get it. This is your COVID update with Mr. M, also known as Logic. And as we were just talking about, most spots in most states, in most major cities, are lifting COVID restrictions, apparently since everybody's getting vaccinated, right? So here, let's check this out. California drops social distancing requirements as soon as June.
Encouraging news on this Friday evening. California's top doctor says we are ready to fully open. He outlined what life is going to look like come June 15th. No more masks, no more capacity limits. Businesses are ecstatic. NBC Bay Area's Anusha Rasta joins us now in San Jose with the details. Anusha.
Well, Raj, the owner of this restaurant in San Jose isn't just glad that all of those capacity restrictions are going away on that day, which of course means more customers and more money. He says he's also relieved that he can bring more workers back.
Requiring people to do.
For the first time ever, today, Secretary of the California Health and Human Services, Dr. Mark Galley, outlined exactly what'll change when California fully reopens on June 15th. Capacity limitations for businesses will be completely eliminated. No more physical distancing required. There will be very limited masking rules indoors. No quarantine and isolation requirements for California travel. For outdoor events with more than 10,000 people, the state will recommend verifying vaccinations or asking for a negative COVID-19 test. And for indoor events with more than 5,000 people, the state will require vaccination verification or a negative COVID test. The doctor says it's all possible because of California's increasing vaccination rate and dropping hospitalizations.
So on both those metrics, vaccination and our state of COVID in our hospitals, we feel like we are tracking well towards meeting our goals of being ready for June 15th.
UCSF infectious diseases expert Dr. Monica Gandhi understands that some people might be nervous about it, but agrees that it is the right time to make the move.
We are now at a 61% first vaccination rate in the state of California. That is the point at which other places that were vaccinating faster than we, like Israel and the UK, opened to this degree, opened with these same rules, and did not see increases in transmission.
I'm looking forward to the next tier so we could really break that barrier to where everyone's back to their normal day lives and living a happy life again.
Gabriel Vegas is the owner of San Jose restaurant The Foundation Amex Cuisine, and tells us today's news makes him very happy because the industry took a big hit when the shutdowns first began. And now he's much less worried about his business and his employees' well-being.
I'm super grateful that we got to where we are now to have customers as well as our staff back.
Now, on the subject of...
All right, so there you have it. You know what I mean? California, like many other major cities and states, are going to basically loose up and let everybody do what they want again. You know what I'm saying? So really quick before we go into the next COVID story, because I don't want to do COVID stories all day. I just want to know how the panel feels about this. How does the panel feel about them loosening restrictions? Is it to each his own, or should we still be worried? What's your thoughts? And then I'll go to the chat. I see y'all in the chat. Hold tight. Starting with you, V. Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
There we go. I'm off Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley.
Right.
Nah. But no, I think that it is to each his own. I think that everybody does have their own remedies and how they take care of themselves. And I think that they do need to continue practicing that. And my problem with this whole vaccine thing is they're not giving an alternative yet. You got to take a shot, right? And remember, we talked about this when this shit first popped off. Niggas love stickers. Here goes the fucking stickers, yo. The fucking nigga stickers. The fucking COVID-19. That even my fucking uncle, like, this nigga don't do shit all his life. I mean, I love my family, but I got 8 shit family members. This nigga walking around feeling like he a better human being than me because he got vaccinated. This nigga has never been to college, ain't get a job, none of that shit. This nigga has been on government assistance all his life, but he is better than me, a college graduate now, with a full-time job because he got a vaccination and I did not. My problem is how the media is making is giving people, I feel like, false confidence, because you're not really even explaining how this vaccine is actually fighting off this disease. Where's the trial and error cases where y'all gave somebody a vaccine, y'all put them in a room full of COVID people and they came out without COVID? Like, where's the proof that this is working?
But that's not even what they're claiming. So they're claiming that you still can get it and that you still can spread it, right, with the vaccine. So they don't have any real, they don't have any responsibility to say that, because they can't say that. You feel me?
Yeah, that's fair, and maybe that's a good thing that they're. I mean, I feel like the way that they pushing it though, I feel like they really they're pointing all the arrows to say something like that, but without saying that. They're trying to make it seem like the vaccination is the best option for people, and I just don't understand why. That's all.
But I hear what you're saying with the false, safety or whatever, false sense of safety that they're giving us. Internet, what's your thoughts? Should everybody feel safe again? Should they go out? Even if Texas was one of the first places to say no more masks, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I really believe to each his own. But my first thought when this, if everybody started taking off the masks, is like, when you watch a movie and then it's like when a narrator said, and just like that, everything's back to normal. So it's like, that's what is playing out to me. It's like, okay, now everything is going back to normal. Everybody's take the jab. But, if you take the jab, because I literally see signs, if you can come inside the store without a mask, because even though it's not, you don't have to wear it, it's not mandated, but private establishments do have the right to, refuse if they want you to wear a mask or not. So now I see them putting up that you don't have to wear a mask if you are fully vaccinated. So I guess they're going to check. I don't know. So it's to each his own, but they still with the fuck shit with these companies, you know what I'm saying? But and another thing, a lot of people I know, is it just me, or a lot of people who took the jab is more scared of the more scared of the virus than those who didn't? Because knock on wood, I'm not taking it and my kids aren't or whatever, but the ones who took it, like my mom, my sister, my dad, my aunts, they're the scariest ones, and we're like, okay, so it's a whole mind fuck to me. I don't know. But
that might be your experience. The people I know that took the vax are fucking bold as shit. They're they're bold.
Because I'm so sorry to cut you, because it was another point I wanted to make. Because it's like, if you take the shot, all right, so if it didn't promise you that's going to prevent you from the vaccination, what's the point? I mean, for the virus, what's the point? What's the point?
I mean, right. I'm not gonna buy NyQuil if it's not gonna cure my fever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, NyQuil doesn't cure your fever. It makes you feel better. It just makes you feel better. That's all. But what they're saying is that it's supposed to prevent you from being hospitalized or from being severe. You know what I mean? But people taking the shot thinking that makes them immune. You know what I'm saying? Except for like the people you mentioned. But the people I know are acting immune. They're having parties, massless parties. They don't give a fuck.
But the ones that's dropping, from it, they're not really reporting those. Mm-hmm. Just like the ones with the ventilators. It's a lot of skewed information. I'm still not convinced, but to each his own.
All right. Casey, what do you think about them loosening the reins on restrictions? What's your thoughts?
The whole idea of you don't need to wear a mask if you're vaccinated, like, how do you know? Is it people gonna have vaccination papers? Like, if you walk into a store, you're like, I'm vaccinated, they're just gonna take your word for it? Or they could come check you? Or people gonna be able to front and just lie, like, a bunch of I'm vaccinated, that could all right, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, people are definitely gonna lie. People are definitely gonna say fuck it because they don't get paid enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Unless they hire me, I don't need no money. They need to hire me. Real talk. I should have the whole time. I've been fucking making podcasts and shit on YouTube, and the whole time I should have started a whole patrol of like COVID, safety enforcement officers.
COVID police.
I should have been
the mask police.
Yeah, I should have definitely started a whole unit of COVID safety enforcement officers this whole time. You know what I mean? That would have been my contribution to the time and day. But go ahead, Casey, my fault.
Law and order, COVID logic. Boom, boom. In terms of the vaccinations, the companies that it's creating this, they're not like the best companies. Like if you look at companies like Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson got caught up in the opioid scandal. Like, so they was really profiting off people getting addicted to opioids, and they was pushing the whole idea that your opioids are safe, you're not addicted, don't worry for it. They was pushing people and they were pushing doctors. And this is why I say, like, yo, I trust doctors. I went to college with a lot of people who became doctors, right? So, like, I know these people are hardworking people, they know their science, but I don't always trust corporate-backed doctors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm right there with that. I feel eventually just like that there's money out there that's being lost. So that's one thing. And people is willing to risk people getting hurt. And people is willing to risk their lives. Like people will risk their lives to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And people will risk their lives to make money. And, you know, it's another casualty. You know, you have a club, people might get drunk and drunk drive after it. Someone might get shot up. Someone might get COVID. Someone might get an STD, fucking someone in the club. It is what it is. And, you know, just, yeah, to each his own. Like, I feel like people educate people better. And the whole COVID is like I voted. You know what I'm saying? I got and it's the same media to kind of promote you to vote for a certain political party.
But do you think they should loosen up the reins on the restrictions?
I think they should. I think they should have never had them in the first place. I think they should have just gave people the information. I feel like, you know, I don't want the government to have too much control. And I feel like this whole thing is like having people just accept government control. And I'm not saying like, you know, that there shouldn't be measures taken. I'm not saying COVID is bogus. I'm saying like, what's next? Like people just accept that the government is right, the doctors are right, that if you have to take a vaccination, if you don't, oh, you're fucking up for everybody. You're gonna get everyone sick because you ain't get vaccinated. Like, what's the next step? You know?
I mean, I think that's bullshit, but I do think people should give people their space. Give me my fucking space. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you should know your status. You know what I mean? And wear a fucking mask when you're around people. Now, I know that shit sounds crazy. I don't live in the city anymore. I still live in New York, but I don't live in the city anymore. But I know it sounds crazy when you in a big city to hear like, oh, you got to wear a mask when you're around people because there's almost always people around unless you're in your house, right? But you know, the whole country is not made up of big ass cities. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's living like that. So in reality, you only got to wear the mask when you're around motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to just wear a mask 24/7. Nah, when you go in the store, put on the fucking mask. When you out the store, you in your car, take the shit off. I don't know.
But I don't think the mask is the problem. I really think it's the, like Casey, like you hit it on point because I was just going to get to that. The government control, like how this is being regulated, how this is being pushed. I just was watching the news this morning. You got Mayor de Blasio talking about they know that people are going to be at the beach Memorial Day weekend. They're going to be bringing vaccination trucks to the beach if people want to get vaccinated. Also, I'm at the train today. I stopped at 42nd Street. You know, they got the little advertisements going. At 42nd Street, they're just like, oh, we're going to be giving the one shot, the one dose vaccinations. They're not calling it. I'm like, ain't that the Johnson & Johnson one? Because that's the only one that had one dose, right? They're literally advertising it. You can go to 42nd Street right now. Look at it. It says offering one dose vaccinations.
Listen.
Like they're bringing it to people. Like what's going to be so far from them sticking it in my arm, like and holding me down? Listen,
everybody out there, get vaccinated so I don't have to. Y'all do it.
And in the words of Tupac, if it's that easy, I don't want it.
Oh.
Really, if it is. Now the thing is, with the thing that this whole thing brought, which I do like, that it made people more cautious of their hygiene.
Right.
You know, people wasn't washing their hands. They said with the New York subway, it wasn't washing over 100 years.
No, that's not true. That's not
true. They were not cleaning those train stations. Go ahead.
Not like they're supposed to. They didn't sanitize it in 100 years. They probably do their usual sweep and mop with the pissy mop and all that, but they didn't do that in 100 years. And people are more cautious, more hand sanitizer. So when that peak, when it actually hit last year, yeah, it was a lot of unsanitary people. Right. But as we started stressing the sanitation and washing our hands, the hand sanitizer, let's say it was going down. So I think it should be a little more lenient, but encourage people to be more hygienic with going out in the street. You know what I'm saying? Stress that.
I hear your point, right? And I just want to let the audience know. I see the chat. I'm about to go to the chat, so bear with me. All right, bear with me. I just want to tell y'all that really quick. But I just have to say this in regards to what Antoinette just said. So for one, I do agree that it's making people, at least it being more socially normalized for people to be more hygienic, right? I know people look at me like I'm the weirdo when I go out to eat, right? Because I'm like, can I get a cup of boiling hot water, please. You know what I mean?
You must know my father, Logic. You must really know this man. let me get a cup of hot water.
Salute to him.
Sterilizing the forks.
Salute to him. I definitely was sterilizing my own forks and spoons and all that good shit, my own utensils. But I don't think people are, for the most part, still more hygienic. I've seen some nasty shit since. You know what I mean? I've seen some nasty shit since, and I do live around white people, so you know they're a little bit more loose sometimes. I seen an old lady working at the supermarket. Why is she still working at the supermarket? I don't know. While pushing the carts into, you know how they grab the carts in the parking lot and they push the shit into the little area where the carts go. This bitch blows her nose with a tissue that you can barely see in her hand. Wow, right? And then puts her hand. She never puts the tissue away. Finds a garbage. None of that. No hand sanitizer. And then go ahead and grab the fucking carts. She went and grabbed the carts and then put the carts in with the nasty, snotty hands.
I give those people the stare. I give them the look like, bitch, I seen you do that shit. I look at them mad hard.
And then a little white kid gonna get in a shopping cart with the bar. I can't.
Facts. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be a little kid right there. They're going to put their fucking mouth on it. They're going to touch on that shit. So the parents going to let them eat whatever chips and all that shit with their hand. That's exactly what's going to happen. You feel me? But as far as the New York City subways, no, they did clean them. Right? It wasn't pissy mops. I'm not saying they didn't have pissy mops.
No.
Hold on, let me stop. You can say what you got to say after, but let me say what I got to say. We're not going to talk over each other. They got the power hose for one, right? So what they do is they wait till they get to the last stop of the whatever last stop, first or last stop, and then they'll rinse that shit with the power hose. Now, there are subway systems in this country that don't have them hard plastic seats, so they cannot power hose them shits down, i.e. the BART in Bay Area. Them shits is cushion seats, so they cannot power hose them shits down like how we get our shit power hose down in New York. You know what I mean? But they power hose them shits down, and they have a gang of flammable, you know what I'm saying, cleaning products that they also use on those seats. How do I know? Now, spent many a drunk nights, you know what I mean, waking up at the first and or last stop of some train station, number one. Number two, when I was a kid, I took one of those flammable bottles of flammable cleaning fluids and one of the brooms they had, and I took it from the last stop of the 7 train. And when we got above ground, I sprayed it down. I sprayed the bristles of the broom down. I lit it on fire. I was about to throw it over the. I was about to throw it in the street, and thank God a cop found me, saw me, and stopped me in the process, because I could have killed somebody. I could have threw a flaming broom into a driving car, and the car could have. Yeah, I could have killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that that's what they do at the first and last stop.
No, you was on your white boy shit, but no, Logic, you failed to mention, because I was on them trains too at the first and last stop. You failed to mention those employees who really didn't give a fuck about their job at the MTA, who came through with the mop and barely dragged it across the floor and walked out the train into the next car.
Especially
like those
on
employees.
Jamaica Ave.
Yeah,
that
E-train. No.
All right. Look at these comments, and I'm gonna bring up our next guest and move on to the next COVID story, the last COVID story. We don't want to talk about COVID all goddamn day, but my guy Workson says I'm still in disbelief. I don't care. It was a flu, allegedly. Kelso says, peace, gang. Salute to my guy. He said, are you up or you lose up? Salute to my guy. Big RU's in the building on our new channel. Salute to everybody who's watching this on our new channel. Real talk. Bergson says, all you got to do is take the shot, laugh out loud. I think he's laughing. I don't know if he's being serious. Kelso says, motherfuckers about to be giving puss out at an all-time high. Be safe out there, y'all. Laugh out loud. That's a fact. And Kelso says, fuck that shot, work, son. He's laughing. Workson also says people are more scared of COVID than they ever were of STDs. Go figure.
Can I just say something on this? Because I completely agree. And I was saying this since the beginning of COVID, because when COVID first started and bitches were in the hood were acting prejudice against other people who didn't wear a mask. And I'm like, bitch, I know you suck mad raw dicks and you don't know none of these niggas, but you're worried about me wearing masks. Excuse me. At least I know whose dick I suck and my STD results. I don't know if you do. You know, so I'm just, it's absolutely true.
But catching COVID is still more easier to catch than sucking dick or eating pussy, no? You can get COVID from somebody breathing near you. You gotta suck dick or eat pussy or fuck raw to get an STD. No, you gotta go extra mile, extra step. I don't know. Is it just me?
There's skin to skin STDs, but I get what you're saying though. Like at least with COVID, like I mean, with COVID, you don't even have to have that skin to skin contact to still be affected. So it is a little bit more severe in that way. I completely agree.
Facts. Kelso says it's not the vaccine by definition, only a vaccine by name on some trademark shit. Kelso also says facts work. Some motherfuckers out here raw dogging anything that move but want to get a vaccine for a cough. And it works. Son's laughing at that. Mr. Jones, our associate producer, says facts like Logic said in the beginning. Wear your mask. Wear your goddamn mask. Kelso says Dr. Fauci, scandalous. It was suspicious that he was on every major black platform promoting vaccines. Stay away. I think he meant awake, my people. Yeah.
I think he means stay away.
Stay away, my people. Okay, I thought he meant stay awake, but whatever. But the point is, I agree with him. They definitely were going extra hard promoting it to black folks, especially when that Run DMC shit came out, Get the Vaccine, that we played on the 100th episode of the Morning Rant, that Go Get the Vaccine rap song. But at the same time, I'm not buying into the whole they just want black people to get vaccinated shit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's mainly white people getting vaccinated right now. They're the ones getting vaccinated at a high rate, especially the older white people. They're getting vaccinated. They don't give a fuck.
Well, they need to tell that so more black people can get it, because that'll be their mission achieved. White people, if black people see white people getting it, they gonna want it too,
Yeah, I feel you on that. Workside says, how can a person with COVID get a vaccinated person sick? So if you have the vaccine, you can still get sick. It doesn't mean you're immune. You can still get sick. So anybody who's vaccinated can still get sick. All right. Kelso says, because the vaccine doesn't actually make you immune, it only builds resistance. So your COVID symptoms aren't as harsh, allegedly. All right. He explained it as well. Kelso also says constant hand sanitizing is poisonous and limiting your airflow with a mask, and recycling your CO2 is not good for the brain. Once again, like I said, maybe because I'm not in the city anymore, but for me, it wouldn't be constant because I'm not constantly around people. You know what I mean? Now, if you're in the city and you're constantly around people, then yeah, you will wear the mask a lot. But if you're not around people all the time, then you're only wearing it when you're going into the store, when you're going into an establishment. You feel me? But outside of that, you got the whole space and opportunity to breathe your fresh air. Even while you're at home, open your fucking window. You know what I'm saying? Breathe all the fresh air you want. Mr. Jones says, yeah, anytime when you go to Broadway Junction, about 4 weeks ago, they started giving the shots out to people, and it was a long-ass line, too. I'm still not interested. Wow. Giving shots at the train station is pretty interesting. But,
hold on, I just want to add, they don't even let niggas use the bathroom at Broadway Junction, but they're figuring out a way to give people shots. That's crazy.
That's because the bathrooms on the trains were always disgusting. No, it was disgusting.
They were, but it's just like, come on, you got like a bathroom is way more essential to me than a vaccine shot. You got people who spend billions, if not billions of dollars on the MTA every single day. And anytime somebody got to use the bathroom, i.e. me, okay, because I'm trying to drink water and be healthy, it's always it's locked, or it doesn't work, or it's out of service, or they don't have one. And I'm like, but y'all found all these resources for vaccines. It just sounds like a lot of this is premeditated. Like it's.
I mean, in to be the devil's advocate, it sounds smart to me because that's where you're going to see all of these people traveling. That's where everybody's going, to the train station. Right?
They used to have the bathroom open on 125th Street, and you get a lot of homeless people wilding out in those bathrooms. But I guess, people go on trains for hours, you know what I mean? Like, I used to live in Brooklyn and work in the Bronx. That's an hour, you know what I mean? Like, so I could just hop off on 125th. And I feel like hygiene in trains should be, real important now after what we've seen. But
Champagne says, I'm not eating food from Broadway Junction, let alone get a damn shot from them.
No, the lady with the churros, though. I like her. And there's another person who got ices downstairs.
You're not getting the Cheez-Its from the stand shit?
Oh no, I don't even pass. I pass by the stand. All that shit you can get at Costco's. I don't fuck with the grocery stand. He's selling Cheez-Its for $1, and you go to Costco's and you get a whole 50 box of Cheez-Its. No, we're not doing that. But the lady with the churros, I got respect for her. It's 3 churros for $1, and yeah, I gotta stay away from her anyways because I can't eat that stuff. But salute to her.
Salute to her. Love us. There's new channel I see. Yes, free to rent, sir. Free to rent. They violated our shit. You know.
And this channel is spelled how? I was trying to figure it out.
I rant one word, then space network, and we need more people to subscribe so we can put the actual customizable URL to it. So I think we need about like 60 more subscribers. So y'all go ahead and spread this motherfucking channel to your people, you heard?
Yes,
all right.
No.
Yeah. Workson says, mad at my white friends, co-workers, and friends did take the shot. My pops took it. They still here. I didn't take it. I don't want it. Yeah, man. Most white people I know got the shot as well, too. You know what I mean? And I'm about to bring on our new our other co-host, but really quick, I wanted to bring this story up. The youngest person in the world to receive 2 doses of Pfizer COVID vaccine, an 8-month-old Syracuse area boy. His parents wanted to put this guy up as a fucking test dummy. You know what I'm saying? There's no other better way to put it. You know what I'm saying? Because they obviously don't know how he will react to it at 8 months old, but they felt that they wanted to, donate the 8-month-old child's body to science.
Hell no.
Is now the youngest person in the U.S. to get the COVID vaccine. At 8 months old, Vincenzo Mincola is part of a new trial testing the Pfizer vaccine in children under the age of 5. Upstate Medical Center in Syracuse is one of just 4 sites in the U.S. performing these tests. Vincenzo's parents are doctors and stressed the bigger picture when making this decision.
If you look at the trial data that just came out in the adolescents, that data was outstanding, 100% effective. So I kind of followed the data really closely, and I knew as soon as it was available for children, I wanted to do it.
I looked forward to the opportunity to get them vaccinated as soon as possible to protect them, to protect us, and really to protect everyone else around us.
Vincenzo's parents say he had 0 side effects to either shot.
Listen, better their child than mine.
They gave that baby 2.
You have to. It's a Pfizer. You have to do 2 shots.
I've seen that take grown men down, or if it was the Pfizer, one of them shots, I don't even care. But it's one that they said it gives the side effects. They be really, really, really sick out of the first or second dose. You want to give that to that baby? Any kind of vaccination. People breed children for experiments.
No,
and that's what
I never heard that.
Oh yeah. No, let me stop. I'm gonna chill. All right. Yes.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The Rant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That baby was too young. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
No, it's just that people just have first. It reeks of wanting to be the first for it. Why would you want to put your baby on the front line like that? And yes, yes, that they do. The people do breed children. They sell them, and they don't mind experimenting things because sometimes it's a bag with it. Sometimes people are just evil and just I don't know, but it just reeks of call CPS, do something, because if it was us, they would have been, what your niggas doing?
No,
and be ready to take our child and go give him to somebody else.
They call Child Protective Services on Summer Walker because she giving her baby organic foods, and these people are over here experimenting on the child. But I wanted to, I guess, play the devil's advocate in a sense, because if that family thought about it in this way, saying like, well, when babies are born in modern hospitals nowadays, they get vaccinated anyways in other forms. They're vaccinated for like rubella, all kinds of, mumps and measles, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, we are already, and that's why for me, even my little brother, he's just like, yo, you gonna take the, I said, he's like, you gonna take the vaccine? I said, I don't have any plans on taking the vaccine, but if this goes to a direction where I become stifled and I can't do anything, what else am I going to do? And I don't want to take the vaccine. That's not what I'm saying. But I know that they shot me up with a bunch of stuff at Interfaith Hospital when I was born. I'm sure they did.
Which is understandable, but those vaccinations, I don't know what year you was born, but those vaccinations been over 20 years. So we saw the trial and error. This came out a couple of months ago, at least, about a year ago. So we don't really know which to, so yeah, I understand that. And then on top of that, some of these vaccinations, there are, especially with people of color, are starting to, kids are popping up with autism. They don't know if the vaccination has something to do with that. So that was time till we could see in trial and error and all that. All my boys don't, and my girls, they don't have all these vaccinations, and I don't care, because I've seen my friends' sons become out with autism. They was perfect at 1, got that shot at 2, and he's not the same. So we've seen the trial and error. That vaccination, it hasn't been out long enough. So that explanation with the other ones is not strong enough for me. But I understand what you're coming from.
I agree. It has to be more time to see what's going to happen with that before we even put children into it.
All right, scary shit. Shampy says a lot of people with advanced degrees are stupid as hell. It's true. Some of them lack common sense. It's true. Kelso says giving your baby experimental medicine to protect everyone else is fucked up. And he quotes them saying to protect everyone else. Kelso also says, bro, that want to be making me holler. I love it. And Worksa says white people different. Shampy also says that baby gonna be pissing out of his ears in a month. Don't wish that on the poor baby. Baby ain't have nothing to do with that decision. Kelso says a couple of y'all mamas was letting her boyfriend test. A couple of y'all mamas was letting her boyfriend test his dope on y'all as toddlers. Stay woke. Harsh words from my man Kelso. Just One Love says, I've been thinking like Ja, if y'all take it, then I should be good. Not to take it. And Kelso was laughing. So with all that being said, salute to my guy J Doug, who just pulled up. J Doug, how you doing today, sir?
All is well.
All is well. Good to see you, man. How you doing? You had a great show earlier this week. My fault to interrupt you.
Oh, this week, yeah, we did our thing. I was extra prepared. I didn't know about the page and all that, but once I'm ready, I got to go.
Yeah, man. Listen, the people out there, listen, we all have our own pages. Y'all motherfuckers got to subscribe to all our pages. You feel me? You never know what page is going to get strike down with this shit we be talking. You never know. We might have to go live on V's page. We might have to go live on J Doug's page, but this still the union. You know what I'm saying? So we need y'all to subscribe to all of our pages, and including this brand new one. Including this brand new page. You feel
I seen a couple people subscribe to my page, and still I had a good turnout. People still pulled up on me on what I did Tuesday, so it still was a good turnout.
It was. I seen the numbers. They definitely pulled up. The real ones did.
I was there. It was a good show. I'm sorry. It was a good show.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready, but yeah, me and Wendy getting ready behind the scenes. Y'all know we come with the heat.
That's
mass market.
That's what's up. I fuck with Win. You know what I mean? Salute to Win. Kelso says J motherfucking Doug Church. All right, salute.
Yeah, Tabernacle.
And Kelso says, what's the new page? I feel like I'm not hip. Well, you're on the new page right now, sir. So go to the subscribe button and click subscribe. You're on the new page right now. It is Rant Network. And of course, we all have pages. You got J Doug's page, which I believe is called On Point with J Doug. I might be wrong. What's the page, J Doug?
Yeah, it's On Point.
On Point with J Doug. You got Smile 69 Network. You got her page, you know what I mean? And you got my page, of course, Logic and Friends, you know what I mean, which I use every now and then. And of course, you got this page right here, Rant Network. All right, Rant Network. Just One Love says J-Dub be preaching and teaching and making me laugh. Kelso says, oh, I'm smoking cookies. I've been subscribed. Excuse me. Salute to my guy. All right, so next up, real quick, before we get to this lineup of overdue stories, I just subscribed to Pix 11, so they give me breaking news. So y'all know what time it is. It's time for us to give you some of this breaking news. You feel me? So let's do it. The new news that just came in as of like 15 minutes ago. Let's do it. So apparently the Times Square shooting suspect is extradited to New York from Florida. The man was hiding out in Florida. All right, but it didn't work. They caught his ass. You know what I'm saying? Times Square, Manhattan. A man who was arrested for allegedly shooting a 4-year-old girl and 2 women in Times Square in early May is being extradited from Florida to New York. Police said Friday. Authorities confirmed that Farrakhan Muhammad, Jesus Christ, 31 years old, is accused of opening fire near West 44th Street and 7th Avenue just before 5 p.m. on Saturday. Marshals and the New York and New Jersey Fugitive Task Force took him into custody in a McDonald's parking lot near no other than J. Doug's own Jacksonville, Florida, on May 12th, according to police. Look at this nigga's face. Does that look like a Farrakhan Muhammad to you?
Yes.
No, that looks like his parents was down with the nation and he didn't get the message. That's what it looks like to me. But he was in your hometown, my guy. He was in your hometown.
Listen, this is another example of a mass shooting that if it was a white guy, it'd be everywhere. Mass shooting, mass shooting. It was a mass shooter, which you got plenty of these in the black community. We don't even, that ain't nothing. Niggas spin around and spray the whole block.
3 people is not a mass shooting, sir.
4 or more is a mass shooting. So he was one shot.
Yeah, one more than one is.
Yeah, one more, he would have been a mass.
Not one shot.
He was one shot. That nigga did. The niggas know the law nowadays. He said, yeah, I ain't doing no mass shooting. I'm gonna shoot me 3 niggas and call it a day.
This nigga said I'm only gonna leave 3 bullets in the clip just to make sure.
Look this shit up, man. Mass shooting is an incident involving multiple victims of gun violence. There's no widely accepted definition of mass shooting. All right. Well, we can leave that up to interpretation. All right.
J Doug, what's going on with them young boys? What's going on with Young Ace and Fulio, man? Y'all city's lit right now.
All right, listen, Casey. I present the stories and y'all knock them down. Don't be trying to ask this. Go ahead, J Doug. If you want to answer the question, go ahead. Let me stop power.
Well, just Spinner Benz just got locked up. The guy who they made the song with, who I smoked, he just locked up. I don't know. They're not telling us his charges yet, but he locked up down here. Hey, listen, there's so many stories from like Young and H from my hood. Like I'm from the 103rd Melvin Street. That's where I grew up. So I don't know what's going on. I'm probably about 8 to probably about 7 years older than them. So I hear a lot of stories. Who knows, man?
I won't lie. I watched the Trap Lord Ross documentary, and then they did a Trap Geek documentary. These white dudes is on the internet doing some research and telling us some crazy.
But all that's cap though. See, a lot of that stuff, real quick, one sentence, but a lot of that stuff they make them videos out of just be sensationalized information to make it sound good. I don't think all that stuff is true. We'll go ahead,
I would say this, and I was going to say a little later on in the show, but Casey went ahead and act like he made the notes and spend an hour, you know what I'm saying, prepping the show. But
trying to fuck up.
There are rappers dying every fucking week, and we don't even report on them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and I don't know why I don't report on them. I don't know if it's because I don't know these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always some name that I never heard of, and I'm like, who is this nigga? You know what I mean?
Don't report on them.
Huh? Say it. Go ahead, J-Dub. Go ahead.
The white people didn't kill him. That's why.
Yeah. He got killed by police.
I don't know if that's it, because I do.
That's it, trust me.
No, it's not it. It's not it, because there are plenty of times where I see police murdering or whatever, a police murder somebody, and I don't talk about it neither. But for the most part, I'm like, I really think it's because I don't know him. I really think if I haven't heard of this person, not even one song, I'm like, like when we talked about Mo 3, who his killer just got caught or whatever, I knew who he was. You feel me? But most of these other, I don't know these dudes. So when
I knew Pop Smoke, I was bumping "Welcome to the Party" hard.
I knew who Pop Smoke was, you know what I mean? But a lot of these other dudes,
those people are top of the game like that. Yeah. Those people like top of the game, biggest in his city. But this is what I'm saying. We don't talk about it because it just don't matter. It's not no big deal. You don't even feel no pain. That's why I be thinking it's all phony.
No, J Doug, it is a big deal. It's to the point where I think I might have to do a whole episode on all the rappers who died since we started the morning rant / the evening rant. Because
that's a series.
Yo, that shit is crazy. Because
it's gonna be a long ass show.
My thing is, right.
Hold on. Almost every time I'm searching for news that I feel we should talk about, I see a rapper dead, and I'm like, I'll skip over that shit. And it's to the point where I'm like, yo, I skipped over so many dead rappers. It's not even funny at this point.
What about Lil Marlo, Lil Baby people? See, a lot of these, and it really, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these rappers, we have to just call it what it is. A lot of these rappers be getting lined up by their famous friends. It's just what it is, bro. They'll let them taste a little bit of fame. Let them. This is why I notice what they do. They make them get to right there on the cusp of making it. Then boom, they tragically out of here. Just the same thing for Lil Von. A lot of this stuff, man, is spiritual, man. A lot of these people is being lined up for bigger purposes.
They
And
worth more dead.
I got murder on my.
I think. I think New York City is lining.
Hold on,
V. Say one quick thing after V.
All right. V, J Doug, and then Casey wrap it up.
All right. No, I was just gonna say on the Times Square shooting note, I think that the New York City or New York State government, whoever's in control of our gun rights, are really lining New Yorkers up. I feel like it's very unfair at that New York has so many gun regulations where people are not allowed to arm themselves and protect themselves. I always say a gun, that can equalize some shit right there. Like I feel like people move different down south because they know that risk is there. And now, like you have in New York, you have innocent citizens that have to be at the whim of some type of criminal because they don't have legal access to firearms. They don't have legal access to be able to protect themselves. So, and I forgot, I gotta remember who said this, but there was someone who made a great point. They said most of the gun violence and killings that exist in the country are in cities where gun regulations is at an all-time high. It's in cities where people don't have access to guns. So I think that that's something needs to be considered in New York City because New York City has a huge gun violence problem. And I think the only way to solve that is to allow everyone to be able to have access to it legally.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing because I said J Doug will be next. J Doug, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I was gonna talk about. She went back on topic. I was had something to the side note conversation, but the Democrats is finna take us all there to where none of us finna be protected. Now, I saw a press conference the other day. I think the new guy that Joe Biden is appointing to the ATF, the head of that little thing, and he trying to get rid of AR-15. He said it flat out. Yeah, we getting rid of AR-15s, and that's like the number one popular rifle in America. So they coming for everybody. So they trying to leave everybody wide open. I heard somebody say that they're trying to get it to where the police have guns, basically famous people have guns, and you're gonna have to be a part of a hunting club to use a gun, or you're gonna be you got to be some type of specialized citizen. A gun collector. You could be a gun collector, but you got to be a licensed gun collector.
They ain't gonna do that shit. They're not gonna do it. But if they do, I'll be the first one to say I was wrong. Casey, you had something to say, sir.
Oh yeah, in terms of the gun rights thing, I don't know if gun rights are gonna stop no mass shootings. They seem to happen in any state, regardless of the gun rights. I think the problem we have is that we have illegal guns, and illegal guns is connected to the guns and drug trade. So anytime you got a hot city like Chicago, which has very high gun laws, or New York, very strong gun laws, you're still gonna have levels of shooting. It really doesn't depend on the gun laws. It depends on do you got young, hungry, poor people who is willing to shoot people to make money. That's the real qualifying fact. Because as you see, weed used to be illegal. I never had no problem getting weed. Guns are illegal. People do have access to guns in New York, maybe not through the legal market, but if you in the hood, you can get a gun pretty easy. You might not be able to buy it from a gun show, but you might know someone who knows somebody. So gun problems, I do feel is really a bigger problem of American illnesses, our American drug problem, American mental insanity problem, American just kind of like a bravado thing. And back to the rapper thing, I know we went off tangents. I feel like one of the reasons we kind of desensitized, and another reason the media will attach rapper to anything. Like I feel proud to call myself a rapper. Like I rapped, I went on tour. I got myself on the radio. I got myself on TV. I got myself in the movies. I'm a rapper. I play basketball. I shoot around. I can play. I can shoot the ball to a hoop. I'm not a basketball player. I'm not going to tell no one I'm a basketball player, even though I can play basketball. So I feel like the media likes just to get clicks. They'll put rapper just because the dude had a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be like, "Oh, rapper shot." But I do feel that the streets is so connected to the rap world right now that a lot of gang violence is rap violence, and in the world where the rappers might be like maybe a leader or a symbolic figure in the game, you know, you put yourself a little more out there for that type of violence. So I do feel a lot of the rap violence is intersecting with gang violence at this time because that's the way the culture is shifting.
Good point. I got to make us the wrap it up box though. I got to make a wrap it up box.
I was wrapping it anyways.
You was trying. Work Son said that joint White Girls was my shit. Salute to my guy Work Son. He also says, someone asked me what I would be right now if I chased my dreams. I responded, probably a dead rapper. Yikes. And Work Son also says, J Doug hair looks crazy. But
you know, like he in the Who I Smoke video. You rolling with Fulio.
That's, bro, J Doug's in Florida, man. That's the shit out there, man. You know what I mean? Kelso says 3D printer guns, 3D printers made gun control impossible. If you know, you know. All right.
I want to say another thing too on what Queso's saying about the mass shootings. We have to return. This is why I always talk about men really got to go back to being men, because what you have is these crazy beta males. They lose it. Because once you get so weak and there's no opportunity, there's no vagina out there for you to get or nothing like that, you lose it. You go crazy. You just say, fuck it.
You think that's why people shooting shit up?
Yes, because society have weakened men so much to it's like the beta is male. You get overlooked in life. You like a nothing out here on the spectrum now.
But that ain't everybody else's fault. I agree with you, because every time I see a nigga who was a part of who was a mass murderer, I'm like, that nigga's not getting no pussy.
It's a nothing. Like back in the day, at minimum, you would be able to get you a wife, get you something for yourself back in the day. Like now, if you're like below average, you're nothing. They treat you like you're nothing. That's why they came up with all these terms, incels and shit like that, because simps and things like that, because that's how it is. People treat you like you nothing these days if you ain't either popping on social media or you ain't got a whole lot of money. And I think the guys that probably would have been content with life, you getting these mass shootings out here.
All right, well, that's a theory from J Doug. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. We want to bring on our co-producer, Mr. Brooklyn Honcho. Salute, brother. How you doing, man? Salute. Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
What you saying, nigga? What you saying? Won't do it, nigga.
Before you make me lose my energy, hold on. I want to speak on this. I have to speak on this.
Do you think, bro?
Listen, please, Logic. Real quick, can you just put Holly on Demand? It's not a music video. You don't have to put it on. But look for Holly on Demand, Sun Kissed.
Did you see I posted it in the community tab already?
Hold on, no, I didn't, because I was with my predecessors. Like, I just stepped back out from the beginning.
Yeah,
like right now I'm in.
It premiered today. I put it in the community tab yesterday night.
And as you can see, that is the shooter. That's him. That's the same person, homie. Oh, you didn't even link the two? You didn't even understand that what you put as her premiere is him. He shot the video. Hold on. He shot the video with my wife about 5 days before that actually happened. I have the
Wait,
whole
you
inside
talking
scoop.
about you talking about the nigga who shot the little girl at 42nd Street, correct?
Times Square. He ain't shoot the little girl, but the nigga with the miniature, as we're gonna say, because it takes 4 people to be a mass, but it's 3 people that got hit.
Wait. All right.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
want you to say anything you're gonna regret saying. All right. So really quick, the guy who was arrested for the shooting is the same guy in the music video with Miss Holly on Demand, aka Mrs. Honcho, Mrs. Brooklyn Honcho. Correct? Is that what you're saying?
1000%.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the face comparison for y'all. Of course, you know what I mean. I have to let it be known. You know what I'm saying, that this is. So this man right here, who's being accused of shooting 3 people in Times Square, 3 people in Times Square, who retreated to Jacksonville, Florida. And if you guys get a good look at the man's face, get a quick good look at the man's face. All right. Apparently, he did a video with the Ranters Union's own Holly on Demand, Mrs. Honcho herself. So just get a quick look at his face. You see, he got the hair. His name is Muhammad some shit. Muhammad something. His name was Muhammad something. Muhammad something. It was not to be confused with Muhammad X. Shakur, our very own Muhammad X. Shakur. All right. But if you seen that picture, all right, and then we go ahead and just. All right, so this is Miss Holly on Demand's Sun-Kissed music video that just premiered literally earlier this morning. There's his hair when it's done. It's done in this particular joint.
That's his name? Power the Water God?
That was his name, Brooklyn? That's his rap name?
That's his name. That's him.
That's him.
He got caught out. All right, go ahead.
No, that's him. Yeah, I just want to say that's him. Go ahead, Brooklyn. You got the exclusive. You got the.
I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing. Right now, just let it, just look. He cut his hair out there in Florida, and he got caught up with the, man, pause that video, man. That shit fucking me up right now. Yo, he got caught out there. You know, I got the inside, and I ain't no Patty, I don't even know how they say that shit. I ain't no Patty Jaddy, whatever the fuck they call that shit, man. Yo, listen, man.
Patty,
Yeah, I ain't with none of that chatty patty shit, man.
Just chatty.
Shout out to this Black Hennessy that I mean, I had to interrupt. I had to, because this nigga got caught out there with the fucking what happened out there in Florida 2 weeks ago with the or a week ago with the lack of gas.
So the
nigga got caught up in
he couldn't make a move. He couldn't move.
The nigga got caught up in the McDonald's, son.
In the
nigga cut his
in the McDonald's park.
He literally cut his hair off, son. Like before that, he cut his hair off running. Oh man, fuck! I am the inside scoop, homeboy.
That's crazy.
I am. I really am. Like, go ahead, do the facial comparison again, man.
That's crazy. They're gonna see he's gonna be a rapper now. When they find that out, he might have had one video, you know what I mean, albeit with an amazing artist. But after that, the headline's gonna say rapper shoots Times Square up.
That nigga ain't never getting that.
Nigga, I was going to.
Relax, Honcho. Don't say too much. You said enough, Honcho. You said enough. You said enough. You don't gotta say too much more, brother. You don't gotta say too much more.
And this is my thing. And so the intentional, like, mass shootings where we see them as white people, they just shoot random people. Intentionally, they don't care who they're shooting. And then we have in our community, we have gang shootings where someone might want to shoot someone, they might just shoot a block up. They might not care who it is, and they might shoot little girls. Maybe not intentionally, but they're not necessarily trying not to shoot the little girls up. You know what I'm saying?
Casey, that's him, yo.
Right, and New Yorkers can't shoot.
Casey,
Niggas in New York can't shoot.
Casey, that's him, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot of similarities in the face.
Especially that's picture right there, that frame. Yeah.
Him, yo. That's him. And Vanessa's right. A lot of New Yorkers can't shoot because we don't go to the range and all that shit. You ain't got the Caribbean chill, J-Doug. So fuck out of here.
They shoot sideways like this.
Yeah, they got it for the movies.
J-Doug, what you got? The Groovy Blue?
Nah, this a rum.
That's the rum.
Yeah.
Show the people.
We're gonna show the people.
The white boys would say our cigar game is weak with the flavor cigars, but Tatiana is the official flavor cigar. But you know, Tatiana didn't sponsor this episode. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with the Tatianas, the Caribbean chills. But Tatiana didn't sponsor this episode. So
Yet.
No, they might get banned. They might get banned because Joe Biden and them is after flavor cigars. But you know who did sponsor this episode?
Bahala Panties, a magnetizing manly musk, hinted with a splash of lightly sweet floral scents that are native to North America. Perfectly engineered to turn heads and tickle her olfactory nerves. No poles are needed when fishing at the pub, but don't forget the bait. Bahala Panties. A 30-milliliter bottle gives you about 600 modded sprays of this new technology to convenience the alpha man in you. Bahala Panties. Get your bottle today. Bahala Panties.
Salute the Bahala Pontes, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of Spanish, J-Doug, I'm at you. This shit was actually rolled by my homegirl in Cuba herself, all right? In Cuba, nigga.
See, when
I had a Cuban nigga roll my joint, he just mailed the shit in.
You look like a Cuban nigga. Listen.
But I would like to say this in terms of the incel situation, in terms of men like that going out and shooting people. If more of those young men would try Bahala Pontes, they might
Stop relating Bahala Pontes to the fuck shit. This is the second time you did that shit.
But hold on, I'm not
That
defending
nigga want Balabanti to work.
but niggas do need that, and that's what I'm saying. Like y'all said, like these are the nobodies of the world, these are the rejects. Everybody in life will face some sort of rejection. Everybody in life will come to that point where they won't be them best selves, or they won't be at the top above everybody else. And you know what you need to do at that point? Work hard, do your due diligence, work on yourself, and build yourself. I feel like people who end up doing mass shootings like they cowards. You want to take somebody else like because you mad at yours? That's crazy.
Yeah, but this nigga was living his best life. He was making music videos and shit.
But I think what happened.
He didn't know how to shoot. This is a situation he didn't know how to shoot. That's what I think.
Hold on. Let the resident the guy who got the drop, our co-producer Brooklyn Honcho, say what you gotta say. Brooklyn Honcho, go ahead, brother.
Can I talk?
I just gave you the floor.
Thank you. So this shit is upsetting news right now. I don't know why the fuck this phone shit is like this, man. Seems like the further left I go, the further the shit is out. But I'm upset. Fuck Drake. Fuck all that dumb shit. Like niggas actually dropped 3,000. And I talked to my wife. That's her. Sitting right here next to his name is the Water God.
Pharaoh the Water God. AKA the time
upsetting.
That shit in Dumbo. That's Dumbo, Brooklyn, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. You know, I know.
And I was home sitting with my kids, making sure everything was straight. You know, I told wife, go out there, go ahead, shoot your video with this nigga that I don't even know. The nigga pulled up with his wife, all that, cool. My baby pull out there with the whole artillery. You know, she can't fuck all these gun restrictions, but I'm not even gonna do that. What I'm talking about is this, man. This was literally 5 days before this Times Square shit happened. The nigga got the pussy. Yeah, we think that, yo, when yeah, I'm a dub that shit because the nigga pulled out there with his wifey or his woman at the time. So like, I don't know if the nigga was a op to somebody, what happened, but goddamn, allegedly, man, that boy done shot some shit up running. And I told Holly on demand, yo, I'm not even with putting this shit out. We can't put that out. We can't put that out because it's bad because a baby got shot in her foot. It's not good. It's not a good look.
Oh,
because imagine if
hold on, the nigga had the Arabic writing on his chain. His name is Muhammad Farrakhan Muhammad or some shit. That's crazy. Yeah, that's him, yo.
Dude, you ready for me? Tell me when you're ready.
Nah, go ahead. My fault, man. Go ahead, man. Do your thing, bro.
By the way, man, shout out to this Black Hennessy that got a nigga on his wave, man. You know? I'm telling you nothing but facts, man. You can't make this shit up. This shit is, my life is a movie sometimes, man. Like, my very wife, nigga, I've been married 15 years now, put out a video. And a week later, that nigga became allegedly the mass shooter in Times Square? You can't make that up, man. Somebody help. Somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me something.
Listen, man, I'll tell you this. If it makes you feel any better.
Mute my mic, please.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna tell you this if it makes you feel any better. I don't know if it'll make you feel any better, but I want to say that either late 90s or the early 2000s, there was a shooting in Times Square in the arcade. In the arcade, I don't know if you remember that shit. That shit was Far Rockaway niggas shooting over beefing from Far Rock. I knew all the niggas involved. I'll tell you that much. So, you know what I mean? So sometimes, you know what I mean, the people we know end up on the news, Honcho. You know what I mean? It's no responsibility of highly on demand yourself. It's no representation of that. Y'all just did it. She just did a song with a rapper. That's all, bro. She just did a song with a rapper. Who's to know that rapper will have beef, see his ops in Times Square, and end up shooting a little girl in the process? You know what I mean?
That's the problem with on site too, because on site could be the funeral place, and when it's on site, it means someone else could get hit. You know what I'm saying? Nas said, "Never bust up in the crowd, catch him solo, make the right man bleed." You know what I'm saying? And if people don't do that, you limiting all sorts of innocent bystanders to have it, and that's a different situation than necessarily the mass shooter connected to the incels, rather than the kind of, a lot of gangbangers get a lot of pussy and they still shoot up places. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that connection, but it's for different reasons. I think we need to worry about the our community and not too worried about these crazy white shooters who ain't going to really affect us, and start really focusing on getting rid of a lot of the mentalities young men have where they think they could just shoot up places on site. And stop the mass shootings in our community.
Just One Love says Honcho is married to a beautiful BBW. That's a fact. You know what I mean? See, don't let Kevin Samuels fuck your mind up and think BBWs don't get high value men. Okay? That's some Kevin Samuels shit. All right? I just want to throw that out there. Salute to Just One Love. Workson says Ralph with the Colt 45 voice. We already know about how the punt is. Salute to my guy Ralph. You know what I mean? I just got him some more voiceover work over the past the week. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We spread opportunities here. We spread love. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Like he just woke up from a nap. Not sober Casey.
Casey in the trap house.
That nigga like he's sleeping on grandma's couch. Put that damn sheet on my damn couch, boy, with your pissy ass.
I had to put an extra layer of sheet on it. The other sheet was even crazier.
You ain't seen no sheet on no couch since the 90s, my nigga.
Nigga, you know how many burn holes I have in this couch?
IKEA.
Can I get in?
You bought a new IKEA.
Can I get in?
Yeah.
Oh, look. Can I get in?
Get in.
Yo, Doug.
Get him. I'm about to sell my own weed sheets, but I can like stop getting burn holes in your couch. Buy the mighty Casey weed sheets.
Get him. Honcho, get him.
My nigga KC said, I'm out of here.
Hey, yo, Doug. You be a motherfucking fool, homeboy.
Hey, that nigga pull that shit off the top and wrap up and go to sleep. That nigga done made dead. That nigga put his pillow on the floor. Get your pillow off that damn floor, man. You just sniff yourself because you don't want you sniffling and shit tonight. Breathing in that cat hair. Whatever you got walking around.
Redemption said at least it ain't plastic on the couch.
Oh shit.
High value niggas sharing rooms. What the?
What?
That might be a line bench that nigga sitting on trying to fuck up the game right now.
Oh my God. Kelso said that couch came with a carton of Newports and 2 bottles of E&J.
That bitch came with a blunt burn.
Oh,
man, that's the shit.
Hey, by the way, this is real shit, man. I mean, fuck, y'all making me laugh and shit. Fuck y'all for making me laugh right now. Like, I'm going through some shit right now. Like, this is real Skrilla spin.
That is scary, man.
No, it's
real Skrilla spin, man.
Real shit. Y'all spend money, but you know what I'm saying? You still got to get what y'all planned on getting out of it. So, let me ask you this, right? And I know you're not speaking for Holly on Demand, but obviously you're, let's just say, even though that's your missus, let's say you're a business partner in this whole situation, right? What did y'all expect to get out of the feature with this dude? Because I never heard of him till this situation. So what did y'all expect to get out of this feature with this guy?
By the way, my wife is an independent woman, so she does everything on her own. Meanwhile, this nigga came from Coney Island, the land that I actually grew up on, the land that I actually visit damn near every day when I'm in New York City. Damn, I gotta pause a little bit, man, because
I used to live out there too. I used to live out there for a little bit too, bro. Not for nothing.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm talking about the ground. I damn near sip the tap water still right now out there. I'm 41. I've been out there since 1999. Like, nigga, I grew up out there since 1980. I've been out there since 1996. And I always visit the grounds every day.
He's from CI?
I've never heard of this nigga. Never. And then to only find out that he only claims it, but what he said at the drop, at the music video, he ain't been out there in a while. So he's not, that nigga might as well be, I won't even say that shit, man. Like, I've never heard of him. And my wife chose, and the issue is, the nigga sent her, like, yo, I got a beat, I'm trying to drop this shit. How dare I even fuck up? Like, I don't fuck up the bag. My bitch is bad, man. She go out there, man.
Honcho, listen. Kelso got some words for you, man. He said, don't trip, Honcho. Niggas be cool and flip a switch in a split second. It's nothing you shouldn't feel a way about. That's the universe. How you feel about that?
That nigga made me take a breath and think.
He got some more bars for you. He said, God sending y'all free clout. Capitalize off his last video, Honcho. That's free clout.
But I
agree with him.
I actually thought about it for her. But by the way, the reason she ain't bigger than fucking Nicki and Young M.A. is because I have nothing to do with what my wife does. This is her dream. I have nothing to do with her shit. I have nothing to do with it.
Listen, you're the co-producer of a pseudo news reporting show, because I don't know what the fuck we are at this point. We're lit. I know that much. We're lit. We're the future. We're ahead of our time. We're ahead of our time, if I'm keeping it real. You're the co-producer of this particular show that talks about news. And it's the first time I used the breaking news in the evening rant, and it happened to be that nigga. It just so happened to be him. And it just so happened to be connected to you, brother, the co-producer. So I'm saying all that to say, Kelso has a point. And I think we should run this story into the ground and we should follow it. Every time we talk about the story, in case anybody's confused, we're talking about the guy who was accused of shooting up 42nd Street. Okay. Apparently this nigga, whose name is Farrakhan Muhammad, is also a rapper. Also a rapper who did a song with the Ranters Union own Highly on Demand.
He also got a song. I just put it in the chat. He got a song with Jim Jones and Vado too.
It don't matter. Casey, stay fucking up. Casey, listen, stay on code, nigga. It don't matter if he got a song with Jim Jones and none of these niggas. He got a song with Highly on Demand.
For real, like Honcho, now I've never heard of your wife, respectfully, but now I want to go see the video. So yeah, pump that shit. And she looks cute, by the way. Looks very pretty.
He was on Hot 97 with DJ Drewski too. He's not no nobody.
I remember Drewski. I remember son.
Yeah, he did an interview with him. With the Water God.
Mm-hmm.
We breaking it here. Even the New York Daily News ain't even breaking. If they knew he was a rapper, that shit would be all over the news right now. Like rapper.
Yo, free to rant, yo. Free to rant, yo.
Soon they'll find out.
Gonna have to talk again. Jim Jones getting connected to too many people.
I agree. I agree with Kelso, Honcho. I say that God is giving you free clout, man. And this tight pants wearing dude is going to be the key to one of the keys to getting us the press we need for Highly on Demand, because we fuck with Highly on Demand on this channel. Our OnlyFans song is lit. You know what I mean? This just premiered as he got his ass locked up. This just premiered. That's right by that radio station, Casey, that we used to go to.
Yep, by Dumbo. What was it called again?
PNC Radio.
PNC, yeah. All the parties there, the magazines.
Before years later, I would open up my own studio similar. But we used to go to the one over there called PNC Radio. Salute to them. You know what I mean? It's all about Rant now. What do you think, Honcho? Should we just play the video now? What do you want to do? What do you want to do, brother?
Yeah, send that shit to the news. Give us some promotion.
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing?
You can say what you got to say, brother. You're the co-producer of this motherfucker. I got to play the intro again?
Before you play the video, can you please play the warning? And this shit is brought to you by Black Hennessy. Play the warning.
All right. Yo, listen, man, as requested from our co-producer, Brooklyn Honcho, we're going to play this video. Let's do it.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The Rant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Rant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Logic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the Rant Network. Good day.
Hey, Gino, get that shirt.
What a God. Shout out all the gods and all the goddesses. Now, Holly, you know I got you, right?
Yeah, I know. I love Chris Rich.
If she don't say the God, she ain't saying it right. We check out the telly, we don't stay for the night. We keep going on, we be late for the flight. She said that she loved me to death. We'll take a deep breath, stay away from the light. We used to play tag in the PJs. I had a crush on you during recess. Baby, let's get it like G-Dep. Make it last forever like Keith Sweat. My queen fresh with the jewels. Mean step when she move. Exploring you like the carnival and get you wet like the cruise. You look your best in the nude. Lava lamps at the mood. I turn it off, then I'ma turn you on, girl. You know you like when I ooh. Water, hit me up. They calling my phone, I ain't picking up. Posting pics when we on vacations. I know all your friends are sick of us. We got one life to live, and baby girl, we gon' live it up. That's how we give it up. And this how I picture us, calmly. Vacations under palm trees, Barney. When I'm on the road, she hitting my phone when she want me. But I gotta know, cause I had enough of these thotties. So turn off the lights and let's get it on.
Bitches are sick, I'm his favorite, so he wear me out like it's Louis V's. Hoes hit the curb, park for luxury. Street nigga knew what it came with. Track a mule, line a leg, touchdown. Money flip, he came home rich, I'm not average. Hoes know I don't play about mines, let him be pressed. On their own time, rubber grip if I check them. That's a Nike slide, bougie and I'm so ghetto. Red lips, virgins, kiss stiletto, mellow yellow. Big bitch with all the smoke, hello, 6'9", I'm a water slide. Up and down his face like a water slide. When it's go time, I'm on top, yikes. That's another ride sport everywhere, just not to get his face down, ass up. You know what it is, if you wanna get loose, no noose. I gotta grip him down quick, like give me my dick, he mad. When I make a buzz quick, grab my hair and throw, call me his bitch. And I'm with the shit, broken cute. But it's 5 carat for me, everybody on that body concluded. Sincerely, now picture us, calmly. Vacations under palm trees, yeah, no worries. Holly on the manner, meaning a loyalty. Yeah, on God, they don't play about me. I got us, and where you need to be, this where you need to be, this where you need to be, on us, yeah, this where you need to be.
That record is high. I like it.
That was high. That was a high record. That was a high record. Some was he was alright. But Holly,
Holly's good.
yeah, Holly did her thing. Holly did her thing. Just One Love is definitely sending the fires and the emojis and the thumbs up. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't even know if is this episode 2?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Last one was 1, right?
Yes, it is, because I missed last week and I was like, damn, this is Patreon and I'm supposed to be on and I missed it. So I had to catch on the replay. That shit was crazy, man.
No, this is crazy. This is crazy. How the fuck that nigga was breaking news and then turned into a whole motherfucking I dead ass I don't know if you seen it, Honcho. I dead ass put that in the community tab. You know what I mean? I dead ass put that shit in the community tab and all that shit.
Yo, I check on to my motherfucking Instagram once a week when I go and get my flea cut. Can't you see me? You see, I'm still handling.
Mm-hmm.
But I only go on the Instagram once a week. And I had just missed it, I guess, because I be in the community tabs. Like, Rant community tabs is a new world star.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this shit is crazy.
Thank you for showing me how to get there, because I'm really not that literate with
when you go to the page, instead of home videos players, go to community. You'll see it right there. And then you see our updates. We posted J Doug show when it was on his page. V Smiles on her page. Our sponsor, Baja Pontes, BKE, our newest edition. C Dot. We posted C Dot on there. We post some shit on the community tab. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, because I be hearing about folks' community tab. I'm like, what is the community tab? Do you have to subscribe to something else? But okay, that's how you get to it. I'm sorry, it sounds stupid, but
Nah, you good. You good. You good. You good. Just One Love says, Honcho, everything happens for a reason. Be cool and watch it work into y'all favor. I agree with that.
I'm a living proof. Everything happens.
Face is not for nothing but emotions. My face, can't you see it all the way scrunched the fuck up for a reason? Like, niggas spend money on shit, and to only have bad publicity is the worst. At my point. I have nothing.
This ain't bad publicity. I think what I think should happen is I think if it comes her way via an interview from like News One or Channel 11 or whoever the fuck, she should be. I had no idea this nigga was a dickhead. She need to throw that nigga all the way under the bus. I just did a video with this nigga. She need to throw him all the way under the bus, if you ask me. Cause the nigga's pussy, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what made him have ops. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the scenario was, but what I do know was he was scared to fight.
This is why I've had my discussions.
But hold on, let me read the article a little bit because the article don't talk about him being shot at as well. It just talks about him shooting. Because otherwise it would have been on like they don't know who shot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, we gonna have a fucking 4-hour session fucking with that. I'm gonna just cut the long story short.
Man. No. I gotta read the article. Hold on, I gotta read the article now. How about that? Let me read the article. Let's do that. All right. Times Square was busy with tourists. New York is enjoying spring afternoon, blah, blah, blah. The shooting victims were innocent bystanders, according to police. The 4-year-old girl was buying toys with her family when she was shot in the leg, NYPD Commissioner Dermot Shea had said. According to you, it was the foot, but they said it's the leg. They get it wrong sometimes, too. A police officer who learned of the girl's injury after arriving on the scene ran to her, scooped her up, and carried her to a waiting ambulance. The officer's heroic actions were caught on video and shared widely on social media. Wendy Margrinet, 23-year-old tourist visiting from Rhode Island to see the Statue of Liberty, was also shot in the leg. She told Pix 11 the bullet may be lodged in her leg for the rest of her life. Shay said none of the victims knew each other. All were expected to recover from their injuries, police said Wednesday. Police sources said Muhammad, who has a history of illegally vending in Times Square area, may have been targeting his brother. His brother. Investigators who spoke to the brother said on Sunday the motive was unclear. The NYPD credited Crime Stoppers tips with developing information on Muhammad. They also obtained video of Muhammad at Walmart in North Carolina and knew he had connection to Florida. The gun used in the shooting has not been recovered, police said. Further details of Muhammad's arrest or possible charges were not immediately available Wednesday afternoon. His girlfriend, Christine Jamaica Vergara, or Vergara, her name is pretty interesting, 22-year-old, was arrested and booked shortly after, according to the Bradford County Sheriff's Department. Charges against her also not immediately available. Muhammad claimed that he wasn't even in New York the day of the shooting, as he was given the chance to consider extradition. So apparently we're going to have to follow this story. He's claiming that he wasn't there, even though, it's pretty obvious.
Everybody ain't A-ware when it comes down to that dumb shit. And I talked to her about that shit, man. Everybody ain't around. Everybody ain't heard shit when it comes down to your name. What happened, though? And I talked to her.
I got
Obviously,
a
question. You met the wife who got caught, right? That was the one who she came to the video set too.
Did you meet his shorty? No, his Brooklyn Honcho shorty was the one.
No, but he said that Pharaoh also came with his girl to the video shoot. He became his wife.
Did you meet his lady at the video shoot, Brooklyn Honcho?
Nigga, I was home taking care of my 2 babies. Shout out to my babies, by the way. I was home. I was like, go ahead, mama. Go ahead.
I got a question.
Go do your video.
So he just hit her up out the blue? Like,
No, he was shooting at his brother, they said.
No. I'm talking about his Mrs. Honcho. How did he find her?
That should be DM life that niggas
So he
never
just hit her
really
up
know.
because dang.
And yeah, from what I know, that's me. Like, nigga, I have nothing to do with nothing, by the way. So I'm gonna take this chance right now to let you guys know that I am not even a felon right now. And
you didn't meet the nigga. Just say that. You didn't meet the nigga. You wasn't around the nigga. You know what I mean?
And his wife don't know him like that either. But exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, when they say he was a vendor,
you never know who you run into.
He was one of the dudes who sold CDs.
Selling CDs or instants?
Yeah. Selling CDs on both.
You about 100 on 1,000, right?
He's one of them niggas who sold CDs in Times Square. Let's go. Shout out to all my CD sellers.
Shout out to my nigga Radar Van, who been selling music in Times Square since the early 90s.
Who my nigga Jay Ronan, homie. He keep it at Sav Kills.
Sav Kills.
Niggas is talking jokes, man. Like, this shit hurts. This shit hurts, man.
Listen,
I get it.
Listen,
I get it.
Just one love.
I'm not mad.
Everything happens for a reason. Be cool.
I'm not mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad, Logic. I'm not mad. I'm just like, take a moment, sit back and think, yo, your whole every joint just like shot a video, and then a week later, that nigga did he did that? Really? Allegedly. Because the case ain't even solved. But nigga, whoever it was fucked around and shot a baby in the foot amongst others.
But that's
that shit hurts.
But that's no that doesn't mean anything about you guys. It doesn't mean anything about, Holly on Demand or Brooklyn Honcho. And we just lost J Doug and V Smiles. I don't know where the hell they went, but y'all want to keep going? What y'all want to do?
I'm good.
You got those stories?
Oh, I got too many goddamn stories.
I'm good.
Too many goddamn stories.
I think like, and to Honcho, yo, we feel you, and like, excuse me if I'm joking, I don't want to make light of the situation. And I feel like a lot of times when we do talk about news situations, we're like disconnected because like we don't know anyone who knows anyone. So it's just like a spectacle for us. But for all these situations when people get shot, not only is there someone who might have known them in the rap, these people got brothers, sisters, mothers, and the people who got shit, these kids, thank God no one lost their lives, but
right.
these young children is gonna have their lives changed forever, and it's just and it's sad to say to hear that he got beef with his brother, and yeah, like you said, they could have fought it out.
Just fought. Niggas could have just fought, yo.
I give zero fucks about this nigga, the water drip god. I don't know. I might be enhancing his life by saying this shit, man. Like the water god. And here I am sitting in the rain in NYC, sitting in ranges, doing a bunch of motherfucking exchanges. That's bars, by the way.
Bars.
But it's true, man. I don't give a fuck about him.
How about the water god?
Yeah.
I don't give zero fucks about
Honcho,
that nigga.
How crazy is it that he did a video with your lady, then went down to J Doug's
Times Square.
No.
Times Square started selling CDs.
But then he went down to J Doug's. He went down to J Doug's hometown, to Jacksonville, to hide. He could have went all the places he went to hide. He was hiding in J Doug's backyard.
Hold up, though.
You gotta come to the killer. You know what I mean?
He cut his hair though. He cut his hair. Hold on, J-Dog. And I know you the boy too, man. But the nigga actually cut his hair. And the nigga got caught up in the McDonald's with his wife. Yo, I got the inside. I'm going to tell you what happened. The nigga cut his hair. First off, breaking news, the nigga cut his hair. Down there in Florida, where there was a fucking gasoline drought. Sat up in the McDonald's, went and got about what happened, and when he went to go come back, yo, Popo was on his ass. That's the story, nigga. But by the way, if you like that track, Sunkiss, the album ain't out yet. It will be. I'm talking about like the shit should be, but Sunkiss, the album, I feel like, hey yo, can you drop that track one more time? That shit was great.
Fuck it, man.
She's nice. She's really nice. She is really, really nice. I like that record. Even the idiot. I actually like the song.
All right, sorry, I'm doing a whole lot of shit in the background. I've been sipping.
I will be coming out this year, as I told you. And I was just a little bit upset because, like, Sunkiss, Water God, whoever he is, like, that's my verse. But it's not my verse. It's just, I should have been on that shit, man. I need thumbs out, man.
Next time, hold on. Kelso said, keep going. He also said, Brooklyn Honcho, if you was a white record exec, all you would say is $ right now. And Just One Love says, say it one more time for the people in the back, Honcho. He cut his hair. And Kelso said, keep going. I don't know if I said that already. But Honcho asked that we play the song again. We're going to play the song one more time. And then we're going to get into a little bit more, some more stories. You know what I mean? We're going to take it.
I sent a YouTube clip in the chat that has like the previous. It's been going on for 2 weeks. So he's been on the run for 2 weeks. And so there was a news story from 2 weeks. He's been suspected and been on the run. They've been looking for him for a while. But allegedly, he's a bad rapper. I was looking at the comments in the YouTube section and they was wilding out over there. But there's the news clip from 2 weeks ago. I just put in the chat too. It's weird because they sped it up to avoid.
So apparently he was a battle rapper too, like Holly on Demand. That's probably
yes, sir. That's how she knows him. And by the way, shout out to Holly on Demand. Holly on Demand, one word, no space. She was a battle rapper before she even thought about.
That makes sense.
So,
that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Shout out to the Ranters Union, man. Y'all do this, man. Shout out to Logic, man.
Real quick. Fish sandwich.
All right, man. We're gonna play the video one more time as requested from our co-producer. Salute to everybody who's still in the room. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all for finding us on the other page. All right, for not being lazy and coming to the other page. You know what I mean? Salute to Casey's curls. Apparently he has curls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was naps, but it's curls. All right. So all right. Oh, Sunflower Sky says the Rant is Union Strong. You already know Union Strong. So we're gonna play it one more time as suggested, and then we're gonna go into the next story. I got plenty of stories. We won't get to them all tonight, but we're gonna go into the next story. We're gonna have fun. Fuck it. That's what we're here to do. All right. I know we got producers, co-producers, associate producers, and all that, but we're here to have fun. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So we're gonna play this video and we're gonna go to some stories, and then we might just have some fun. Who knows what we might do? I don't know what we're gonna do. All right, let's do it.
On site. Anybody from the Ranters Union, you got a black bottle on me.
What a God. Shout out all the gods and all the goddesses. Now, Holly, you know I got you, right?
Yeah, I know. I love Chris Rich.
If she don't say the God, she ain't saying it right. We check out the telly, we don't stay for the night. We keep going on, we'll be late for the flight. She said that she loved me to death. We'll take a deep breath, stay away from the light. We used to play tag in the PJs. I had a crush on you during recess. Baby, let's get it like G-Dep. Make it last forever like Keith Sweat. My queen fresh with the jewels. Mean step when she move. Exploring you like the carnival and get you wet like the cruise. You look your best in the nude. Lava lamp set the mood. I turn it off, then I'ma turn you on, girl. You know you like when I ooh. Water, hit me up. They calling my phone, I ain't picking up. Posting pics when we on vacations. I know all your friends are sick of us. We got one life to live, and baby girl, we gon' live it up. That's how we give it up. And this how I picture us, calmly. Vacations under palm trees, Barney. When I'm on the road, she hitting my phone when she want me. But I gotta know, cause I had enough of these thotties. So turn off the lights and let's get it on.
Bitches are sick, I'm his favorite, so he wear me out like it's Louis V's. Hoes hit the curb, park for luxury. Street nigga knew what it came with. Track a mule, line a leg, touchdown, money flip. He came home rich, I'm not average. Hoes know I don't play about mines, let him be pressed. On their own time, rubber grip if I check them. That's a Nike slide, bougie and I'm so ghetto. Red lips, virgins, kiss stiletto, mellow yellow. Thick bitch with all the smoke, hello, 6'9", I'm a water slide. Up and down his face, like a water slide. When it's go time, I'm on top, yikes. That's another ride sport everywhere, just not to get his face down, ass up. You know what it is, if you wanna get loose, no noose. I gotta grip him down quick, like give me my dick, he mad. When I make a buzz quick, grab my hair and throw, call me his bitch, and I'm with the shit, working cute. But it's 5 carat for me, everybody on that body concluded. Sincerely, now picture us, calmly, vacations under palm trees, yeah, no worries. Holly on demand, meaning a loyalty, yeah, on God, they don't play about me. I got us, and where you need to be, this where you need to be, it's where you need to be, on us, yeah, this where you need to be.
I like that shit.
Yo, Honcho, I'll say this, I'm a rapper too, and maybe like 10 years ago, more than that, I did a song with a rapper. It was a gangster rapper. He wound up kicking a baby on camera. Everyone saw it, talked about it, and it was actually my baby. He kicked my baby on, yeah. It was in a movie though, it wasn't.
This nigga's joking like a motherfucker. He's talking about Monkey Gang, the mockumentary. He's talking about it.
If it makes you feel any better, this may have to go on.
She killed that song. That's a hit. Like people gonna start looking him up on YouTube, and they're gonna see that, and they'll see her and bad publicity, whatever. She might not want to be connected to that, but people are gonna see that, and they're gonna hear her fire verse, and go, oh shoot, and then they'll look for the rest of her shit.
Right, publicity. Any kind of publicity is good publicity, bad or good.
That's how I be on.
But I mean, we just need to make sure their name is clear. They don't know this nigga, but that's a hot ass record though. That's a hot ass. Why are you shaking your head?
I mean, I know people who done stupid shit, and the unfortunate thing is, the friends I have who done stupid shit, they might have fired off and they didn't hit nobody. They might have been lucky, you know what I mean, or he was unlucky, or they might have had better aim than him. It's just, I know people shot.
It's time to move on. It's time to move on. I love you, Kelso, Antoinette, but it's time to move on now because this shit got me fucked up. So I'm dealing with this right now.
Sky says she's very talented. She says she's beautiful, Honcho. That's one love says Monkey Gang. You know what I mean? So look, everybody know what it is, man. Y'all can't be held responsible for the shit this nigga doing. You know what I mean? But we're gonna move on. I agree. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna do the rest of the show about that, even though it's definitely exclusive or breaking news, exclusive and all that. We're gonna move on. Sunflower Sky says, keep it moving. Right, exactly. So one of the stories I want to talk about was a video that surfaced from San Diego bound Southwest Airlines flight showing a flight attendant, being assaulted by a passenger and losing 2 teeth in the process. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play this video, all right, where a flight attendant loses 2 teeth. According to Southwest Airlines spokesperson, the passenger, Vivriana Quiznos, this is a weird-ass name, Quiznones, 28, repeatedly ignored standard flight instructions and became verbally and physically abusive upon landing. Police met Quiznones when the plane landed and took her into custody. Lynn Montgomery, the president of the TWU Local 556, the union representing the Southwest flight attendants, said in a statement, "We are asking our carrier, the government, and the flying public's help in ending this epidemic of aggression of assault. flight attendants are first responders to the sky who are focused on safety. As people return to the skies, we are asking for everyone's help in complying with flight attendants' requests to help ensure the safe and fun atmosphere for all. Quinn Nunez was formerly charged with suspicion of felony battery causing serious injury. The flight attendant suffered multiple facial injuries, including the missing 2 teeth. All right, so we're going to bring V back and we're going to play this video. This is the video where the flight attendant allegedly lost 2 teeth as a result of fighting with this passenger. Let's get it.
We are gonna see you. Sit down, don't you dare! Don't you dare touch him! Don't you dare touch a flight attendant like that! She came out her purse! She came out her purse! Sit down! Sit down! Sit down! I'm not her child, too. She came out her purse. If you know how to behave, it wouldn't have happened. She came out her purse.
Salute to that black guy who thinks he's some type of hero.
Right.
Sit down. Don't you fight no flight attendant. Don't you talk to no flight attendant like that.
Yeah, like a flight attendant in the President of the United States. You can't hit a flight attendant. Like,
not getting paid a dime, not even getting a free ticket, volunteering his services.
For Southwest out of all airlines. Now, if that was fucking Virgin Airlines, if that shit still exists, because Virgin Airlines is fly. Maybe even United. I don't know. Maybe.
No, Virgin ain't wasting their time. Virgin's just like, if we gonna pull off, we got to go overseas. We got to make sure it's worth it.
I flew Virgin a few times. Virgin is fire. But I'm not.
They had the TVs and the headsets before anybody. They had video games. You could watch any movie without paying. Like, I want that movie while they in theaters. Like,
and she really bust that bitch face though. Look at her. Look at her. Bow, bow, bow. Sit down. Don't you ever.
This nigga ain't getting paid a dime. He got in the line of fire for no reason. He went and saved Becky. Where she would have clocked him.
And you know what? They should have took his ass out of handcuffs just to teach his motherfucking ass a lesson. He should have been arrested.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She's bleeding all in the eyes. She's not even I hate to sound like what's the word? Male chauvinistic or anything like that, but she's not even like one of them bad airline flight attendants. She's just a flight attendant.
She probably was fucking with her.
Mm-hmm.
Pussy later.
And it's funny as hell that we watching this because I had to take a break because I'm going to Chirac this summer, so I had to book the flight with my cousin. And my cousin, you know, she's just like, "Don't put me in the back of the plane." I'm like, I know she's like, "Yeah, don't put me in the back of the plane." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "It's good to see all the bullshit that's going on, but I want to be in the front." Like, we were just talking about this like 2 seconds ago, and y'all showing this shit. Like, that's crazy.
Right, that's what Love said. I thought he was airplane police. Shit. The fuck he jumped straight to the bed like that.
But you never like, and I feel like the marshals when they come on the plane, I feel like they try like to not act obvious, but you still always know who they are. You know what I'm saying? You still always see them. So like niggas knew he wasn't no marshal. Like niggas knew like this is just the voluntary nigga.
I bet you any money if she was black, he would have let him fight.
I would have to agree with you there. Sunflower Scott, if it was a black man. It was a black man who broke it up. Much respect. All right. Well, she gives him respect. Kelso says some flight attendants do be needing good socking too. Socking though. They be coming at people crazy. Got to hear both sides. All right. Well, there is always 3 sides to a story. Champagne says that nigga jumped in quick to save that white lady. What are you going to say, V?
I was going to say, if this is a white male flight attendant and this was a black female, where was that black man when the lady got pissed on in the seat on the goddamn plane and the nigga didn't know he pissed on the bitch, talking about he was dreaming of some shit? Where was that nigga?
If y'all don't know what story she's talking about a story we reported on the morning rant where a guy, I believe he was some type of pastor or priest, and he was dreaming, he said, and he pissed on a lady. He pissed on her because in his mind he was in the bathroom. He was in the bathroom. He pissed on the lady. Poor lady got pissed on.
So Pastor Bedwetter.
Pretty much, Pastor Bedwetter, Reverend Bedwetter. Jersey Jen says he need a free Southwest flights for life. Fact. And buddy passes. And buddy passes.
They ain't gonna get that nigga shit.
They gonna get that nigga a sticker.
I saved her life sticker. He going to flaunt that shit on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all that shit. All right, Kicking the Door says, damn, no blacks were hurt in this video. Just One Love. Sunflower Sky says, yes, you always must hear both sides of every story. I agree. Jersey Jen said that's a federal charge. Shaking my head. Kelso says, thanks, V Smiles. Motherfuckers gotta let people handle their beefs. We don't know what happened. That's a fact.
It seemed like the crowd was saying she hit her first. They seemed to be defending the woman who hit the flight attendant. It sounded like to me. We didn't see the whole video.
I'm gonna need black people to mind their business when it comes to other races. What do they say? Stay on code, right? This is a part of the code. Other races get it, but somehow black people don't get it. There's always the super saver nigga. There's always the super saver bedwench. Like they always just pop out of nowhere. But when there's crime in the hood, these people are nowhere to be found. Other races and cultures, they turn their head when things happen to us. Like they constantly do that. They do that in this country. We just had a whole fucking Asian, excuse my legs, but a whole Asian bill that was created. And despite all of the lynching bills that they've been trying to get passed, like we need to that dude should have been on that plane and just been turned around and just like, they fighting when we taking off. Like that would have been me. Like white on white violence is real. We know this. Let it happen.
Nigga should have put out his phone and said, World Star.
Yeah, they gotta hold their nuts on that one. Yeah, that's not our fight.
Brooklyn Honcho says, fight. And Just One Love says, damn, they let anything become a flight attendant these days. I thought flight attendants were models. We didn't make it the runway.
I said that too because I went to school for hospitality and I ended up working for Carnival, but I did want to be a flight attendant at early in my career, and they had measurements that they required. It was Virgin Mobile was hiring in Miami, and it was also JetBlue that was hiring as well. And they had physical requirements for their uniforms, and they also was trying to say so that you'll be able to fit down the aisles and stuff like that to move. So they really wanted a particular physique for the position.
Kevin Samuels was HR in that bitch. Hilarious. Just One Love says, then already read that. Kelso says, it's 2021. If it ain't my family or homies, you got to handle your own situations. That's not my job. Facts. Brooklyn Honcho says, I'm driving, so I'm listening. All right, that's what's up. And Brooklyn Honcho, Sunflower Sky says, we care about you and your family, Honcho, with our heart. All right, so just let you know. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to blame you guys for what that sick man had did or that soft dude who just couldn't fight his brother at Thanksgiving or Christmas or at 4th of July, any of the family holidays. He decided to shoot at a nigga in fucking Times Square. Just One Love says, hell, we turn our heads when things happen to us. If we fought for each other, George Floyd and many more would still be alive today. Good point. And with that being said, there is another story I want to bring to the light. This is, I don't know if I would call this breaking news, but it's not really breaking news. It was more of an update. It's more of an update. So on the morning rant, which you guys know, this is the evening rant, the spinoff of the morning rant. But in the morning rant, we reported on a young white guy who was dancing, and I want to say Missouri, in downtown Cape Grenado. I don't know how to say that shit right. Missouri. He was dancing. He looks kind of like the kid who does the floss, the little white kid who does the floss dance. Yeah, right. He was dancing, and he got punched in the face out of nowhere. He just got punched in the face and shit. And apparently, the guy who punched him in the face, excuse me, guys, for the awkward transitions there. He just got sentenced to 7 years in prison for punching this little white kid in the face. 7 years in prison.
That's too much time.
Just for doing that?
A convicted felon, A convicted felon who was on probation for a felony domestic assault was sentenced to 7 years in prison after he was caught on video sucker punching a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
The incident happened in Missouri in July 2020. The video footage of 12-year-old Ethan dancing in the street corner with a black SUV pulled up on him. Let me rewind that. All right. Pulled up on him at the point 28-year-old Cedric Moore exits the passenger seat and sneaks up on the boy and violently punches him to the ground. The 205-pound Moore is then chased back to the vehicle and speeds off. Bloodied Hagler was treated at the hospital. I guess that's the kid's last name, Hagler, was treated at the hospital after assault. Moore pleaded guilty to the assault earlier this month, and he was sentenced to 4 years in prison for violating his probation. 4-year sentence will run concurrent with the 7-year sentence. 7 years. So my question to the panel is 7 years too much? He was on probation for a domestic charge. Is 7 years too much for punching this young 12-year-old in the face? Casey seems to have some strong words. Casey, internet.
Not real strong words, but congruent means simultaneously. So he's already serving 7. I remember in Malcolm X, when Malcolm X almost fainted because he told him he was doing 15 and 15 and 15, and he thought he'd have to do all those years. So it's not really 7 years. They just saying you in jail for 7 years, so you're going to do 7 at the same time for this. So I don't know. That seems like I want no one out there in the streets, because there's a lot of people, you get in trouble, you get in a fight. I understand. Someone hit you, you hit them back. This dude just walking up, and his kid was 12 years old. You know what I mean? You walking up on 12-year-old defenseless dance kids, like, and an open shot sucker punch is very dangerous, especially that dude was big, as a little small 12-year-old, could have done a lot of damage to him. I don't know, 7 years. I heard it congruently, so I'm assuming off my Malcolm X knowledge from the movie that means he's already in jail doing 7, so he's just serving another 7 at the same time. So it's not like he's doing 14, he's doing 7. You know what I'm saying? And that seems fair enough.
That seems fair to you? Okay, all right. Internet.
It's congruently, bro. It's not like he's doing 14, he's already doing 7. He's just doing that same 7.
Internet thoughts.
Well, you see, I was thinking it was a little bit too much until I heard the term he was a domestic violence person. So this isn't his first time doing it. So that kind of changed my decision. Now, it looked like he broke that boy's nose. That boy's nose looked like it was on the other side of his face a little bit. That shit looked like, but that was whack. Like, why would you do that? And that looked like some gang shit. It's crazy. Why would you just walk up to an innocent? You don't get any points for walking up to a little 12-year-old, 13-year-old, whoever, white boy who's just dancing on the corner of the street looking crazy anyway, and go clock him. That's stupid. That's weak kill. Like, you're not really gaining any type of cool points with a bitch. If you're trying to impress a nigga, you look really stupid. But then, and then you already have a history of hitting people. That's just retarded to me. I mean, excuse me, it was stupid to me. Like, you're looking for attention in the wrong ways.
Sunflower Scott said, "This is terrible. What a horrible human being." B, go ahead.
No, I completely understand that. It's stupid and it's terrible. And I did not consider the domestic violence, priors with this, because for me, I understand the little white boy. I was 12 years old and I was sucker punched. Not in the exact same fashion that happened. Like, the bitch didn't get a chance to hop in the car and run away. No, I was 12 years old. The bitch was, I believe she was 18 or 19. And we fought on the corner of Milford and New Lots. Okay, that's where I used to live at. East New York, yes. And the reason why I was being cute, just like the little, he was dancing. I wasn't dancing. I walked up to the corner to go smoke with my homeboys, and apparently his girlfriend had a problem with me, and I didn't even know that shit. I walk up like, hey, about to get the blunt. Boom! Like, I still got a little knot on my eye to this day because she caught that first one, but that was the last one.
You were smoking at 12 years old?
Yeah. Allegedly.
I was.
That's when I first tried it too. So it was just like
33 Broadway. I would never forget my first blunt.
Get out of here. Oh my God. See, that's what I'm talking about. And that's the thing. Like, and especially when you young, you first start smoking, you're not really buying it on your own. Like, at least for me, it wasn't that way. So I was like more so smoking with people. So he was someone like people in the neighborhood I smoked with. But in regards to this little boy, like that little boy had no right to be punched, just like I had no right to be punched. But also I was 12 years old and I had no right to be hanging out with grown people. I will say this, that definitely was not a random attack. That attack seemed very intentional. I will just say this, who knows what that little boy is into? Who knows what that little boy had said or done? I'm not saying that warrants it, or we don't know if it might warrant it. We don't know the backstory. All we're seeing is just, it looks like that's repercussions for something for me.
It looked like he was having fun. It looked like he was like, yo, I'm gonna have some fun smacking this little kid. Like I might sneak up on my little brother and tap him on the back of his head. Like
he's like, I'm gonna punch the shit out of this nigga's fucking with me.
And what type of grown 28-year-old man is gonna have beef with some 12-year-old dancing white kid? What is
Wait, what can he do to him?
I think he owe him money. I really do. I think he owe him money.
Oh, you served me too much, nigga. Your dance moves is too well.
That white boy sneakers clean. He don't owe him no money.
Right, because he'll give up his dad's credit card if necessary.
Was he fucking your girl?
They suffer from affluenza.
Yeah, he ain't no
This niggas is clean is hilarious. Sunflower Scott said, I read that. Sunflower Scott also says that poor child, that was terrible. Well, you know what? As a father, I feel you, but then as someone who grew up in a crazy environment, such as Vanessa Smiles and probably others on this panel, you got to learn at some age that life is real. You know what I mean? You got to learn at some point that you just got to be on point. Motherfuckers will just punch you in the face.
No, I'm sorry. When I told you, I went to middle school at 33 Broadway. So it was Roberto Clemente's middle school, right? That's where I had my first blunt on the first break. I think it was like third period. Anyway.
I was smoking Black and Milds at
No, I was smoking with Bloods in middle school. So I've been smoking weed for a minute. Anyway, but I remember like that shit, that's light work, really. I mean, it's unfortunate that it happened to that boy, but I knew a kid, like they used to do gang initiations and they used to just walk up to random people and slit their throat.
Evil.
So that's light. He's lucky he got his shit rocked because dude, I remember I knew a boy who got his throat cut because he was like in my grade and it was a little kid who walked up to me and slit his throat for initiation. And that's sad. Yeah, it's real life.
We're not
that is.
We're not laughing at the kid getting a split throat, just his throat.
No, but even for me, like I called myself joining a gang because all my friends was in the gang. It wasn't Bloods or Crips, but they had, and this is where your logic and your sense have to come in, right? So there was one time where, like, you know, I fought this girl to get in or whatever. Everybody had to fight somebody, and then I remember this is 8th period. This is U.S. history, yo. We had regents coming up. And all of the people in the gang, you know, they before the next period, they just like, okay, we got to go jump this girl because she said something wrong to so-and-so. I said, why do I have to leave class? We got a test. And so they basically all left to go jump the girl. And I said in class, and I guess that meant I was out the game. But this is what...
we used to jump chicks for their sneakers for some dumb, stupid shit in middle school. It was stupid. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I wasn't in no game though. I was just dumb. I used to like to fight, but yeah, it used to be some dumbass shit like that. And I don't believe they still do it.
The first gang that tried to initiate me and then make me fight somebody in elementary school, that guy became tougher than everybody, and he just passed away recently. Rest in peace to that man. But that guy became tougher than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And what I remember from that little situation is that when it was my time to fight him for the gang just circled around us. It was no more jumping. They jumped everybody, but when it came to this nigga, everybody was scared, and I was in the middle. But J Doug, what you have to say, sir? What you have to say?
You know, I was just going to comment on what Internet saying was
got shit rocked.
How sad is that to where getting your shit rocked in the black community? You lucky. It's like that's a lucky day in the black community.
It is. It's better than getting your throat slit.
You throat slit, could have got your baby shot.
Yeah, it be like that in New York. It really do. And that's every day.
That guy deserves every bit of those 7 years. Obviously, you gotta stop feeling sorry for people who already doing shit with their life in the first place. When you ain't doing shit with your life before you get locked up, I don't give a fuck how much time you get.
Exactly.
If you working a 40-hour week job, you don't got time to just pull up on nobody and just knock motherfuckers out randomly. You're gonna be trying to get you a nap. You're gonna be trying to enjoy your fucking day off. You don't got time for the bullshit.
You
Now
ain't coming outside, J Doug, on your day off.
Yeah,
You ain't coming
this
outside.
motherfucker don't care about his own fucking freedom or his life. So who gives a fuck? If they want to give him 20 years, I wouldn't give a fuck because he is just going to be another non-productive niggas. He beating women. He beating on people domestically. Now he done took it outside of domestic, and now he slapping white people. No, lock his ass up. If you keep it domestic, then yes, we could probably work with you. But once you just start going out and just knocking niggas out indiscriminately, nah.
How can we work with him? You said if he was fucking with a domestic, we could work with him.
So as long as he beating up black bitches, is good.
Yes, because hey, that's what the black community accept. We accept you lucky if you ain't get your throat slit. So we lucky if a bitch, you know what I mean? I ain't stump you out this time or something. You know what I mean?
He crossed the line when
with
he hit that white boy. He crossed the line.
Yeah, because white people is not used to just white people don't have no just randoms attack on each other. So y'all talk about, oh, yo, he better just be prepared. Like he just, you know, you got to be ready out here in these streets. Nigga, everybody ain't growing up in the hood to be ready out here in these streets. Some people going through life, just living life and trying to have a good time. Dance on the corner without getting their shit rocked. Everybody ain't out here trying to be about that.
He was having such a great time, though.
He's trying to do
He talking about this boy had beef. This boy ain't got no beef with nobody with his church.
But he was having a good time.
Where was his parents? Where was his parents? Why was he out that late?
They making money with the homies. They dancing.
That might not even be that late. That might be winter time on a winter night.
Even his homeboy is rocking. His homeboy rocking out with him.
They rocking out.
He came through dancing.
Yeah, just evil. Ooh, nigga, why you weren't trying to catch nobody? That nigga wasn't trying to catch nobody. That nigga walked out. Yeah, dog.
What?
Black people.
No, he tried.
And there's some other niggas on the block too. So he was just
trying to hang with they knew.
Ah, that's fucked up.
Like, what happened? No, they got
why even take the risk of life like that?
They called him. Knock this one out.
You know what? J Doug got a point. You know, he got a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably wasn't doing shit with his life. So for us to act like he's one of us, I don't condone that shit.
I don't either. That was black.
You gotta stop lumping in the bummy blacks with all the other black people. With all the that's where we go wrong. We got too many unproductive people. Then we go out in the media trying to defend all these unproductive black people that's gonna be in some type of fucked up situation, regardless of how any way you spin it. It's what it is.
You got a point. You got a point.
We lose people like that. Cause it just look like, yo, you can't say nothing. Even if a black person wrong, don't say shit. No, sometimes we wrong.
But J Doug, you have to always still like look at the opposite side of this. I'm not saying that boy was warranted in getting hit. That's absolutely wrong, and that man deserves every amount of time that he's going to get for that crime. But there are always elements to stories that get left out when it comes to black people. Even with viral videos, sometimes they'll just see like a black person running down on a white person. What happened before then? Like they always try to show a black person in an aggressive state and they don't show the cause for it. I'm not saying in this particular situation that this little white boy caused that, but all we're seeing is just that.
Trust me, we have seen for years black people come up with the knockout game where they just walk up and just knock out random black people.
They didn't come up with that though.
And that was the whole random white people.
That was the media.
I mean, no, that was real down south. It used to be days in my school where yes, it was a day, I forgot the date, where yes, you just go around and you knock out a random white person, a white kid. Yes. That was a thing when I was in middle school. No, knocked out. And people actually was in the middle school getting knocked out. Guarantee it.
That's pussy as fuck, but okay.
But down south, that happen all the time. I don't know how y'all get down up north.
What's the craziest shit y'all ever seen happen to an unsuspecting person?
Nothing.
In school.
Oh, I just seen white kids get knocked out, but they knew what it was.
Yeah, you don't get no points running up on somebody and blindsiding them. You don't get no points for that. You face them, eye to eye. But if you come in behind somebody knocking them out, you don't get no points.
I see.
They didn't have no beef because he come up there dancing, he's trying to get down. Just that's how the devil come too. Be honest with you, the devil gonna come. He gonna hit a nigga wiggle with you. You know what I mean? He might suck you up or slob you up, he or she, and then next thing you know, boom, knock you across your fucking head.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that part.
Devil bring candy.
The so-called devil, but yeah, I understand what you mean.
I remember this homegirl, my homegirl, she was blood at the time or whatever. We was hanging out, and she just lit this Indian girl hair on fire on the bus for no reason. Just lit that shit.
I remember that shit.
It wasn't for no reason. She was hating. See, we try to make it seem like, oh, what is the reason? She was hating on the girl because she probably didn't have no hair.
Nah, she didn't. She didn't have.
Simple math. I don't know. We try to just act like
that part.
What? No, it's
like, we was just chilling on the bus. She just lit that shit. That shit. Oh shit!
But the hatred is
they used to do it in the hallway in the school too. I used to smell. Oh god, burnt hair smelled terrible.
They used to throw nair on people at PS2 too. East New York, niggas was throwing nair.
Yo, I remember in King High School when I was about to go to high school. My aunt, she's a year older than me, but I remember they beat up this one teacher. Pushed her down the stairs, and they poured alcohol on her and set her on fire. Dead ass.
I like that.
No, that's crazy.
I'm a fan of teachers. I don't like that. Maybe the teachers molesting the kids or something. Go do that. But.
They was fighting against the oppression. Yeah. It was fighting against oppression. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me stop. I was sipping.
Yo, and maybe homeboy was a soft target. Maybe that was like a message to the crew. Like,
I'm not responsible for nothing I just said. You know what I'm saying?
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The Rant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Rant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Logic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the Ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the Rant Network. Good day.
Changed my mind.
Listen, you got to watch these unproductive black men, just like the guy before who was shooting up people. That's why I want men to really return back to being men. It's nothing more dangerous than an unproductive black man. I'm just telling you. A nigga with nothing to do.
And extremely productive white men are very dangerous. You see how motherfuckers doing.
Unproductive white man might go make a bomb or some shit.
No,
but
productive white men. The ones who's really, I'm not the unproductive, productive one. The ones who's really making
unproductive black men is not good. I'm just telling you. And we got to stop saving these people.
Unproductive anybody is not good.
Right.
But listen, no, not good. Yeah, you're right. But I say the unproductive black man is dangerous. Listen.
We can't afford, black men can't afford to not be productive. Niggas, there be some niggas who be on the corner all day. I'm like, nigga, you can't afford to not have an occupation. There's so many things that are already set up against you in this world. So we unfortunately have to be overachievers. Like, it's sad, but that's just reality.
All right, listen.
I feel like
Casey Doug then comments. Casey Doug then comments. Go ahead, Casey.
I feel like to your point, that's a very good point, and that's why we need to find ways to help young black men be productive. Like, you know, and there's certain things, whether it be going to a youth center, it don't necessarily have to be a job, being involved in music, being involved in the arts, being involved in STEM, being involved in coding, making your own games. And I feel like that's, if we really about it, and all these people who so about it and want to talk about black on black crime and how it's so bad. If they're so about it, they should really go do something and find ways to make black men more productive. And you know what I'm saying? And then we'll have less people like your man shooting up in Times Square and your man just hitting them random people up while they dancing.
You're right about that. I always say, let's go back to the cotton field. That's what I always say. That let's take them back to the cotton field. Let's really instill hard work back into the people, and then let them off into society as free people. But
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The Rant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made.
But listen, I'm not talking about just for black people. This for all Americans, white, black, Mexican, illegals, everybody. You should earn your freedom by doing hard work and showing people why you in the field that you can work hard. It just should. Cause I just think that's the only way you're gonna build character. All this sitting around playing video games. Oh, you good, mama, baby. You can stay with me till you 35 and have 50 million kids. That ain't gonna work no more. We gotta have men back here out here working. All this, I don't want people to go to work, let them just lay around downtown and do nothing. No, you want to waste your life, jump off the bridge. But if you're gonna be here on earth, you need to be working. And that's for everybody. You should be so preoccupied at least 8 hours of your day, you ain't got time to even think about going to kill nobody, do nothing. It's too much freedom in America. And it's not the right. They trying to take away freedom, but not the right types of freedom. They trying to make the people more dependent on the government and less dependent on yourself. So they want you to take away your protection. I protect you, but as far as making these people go to work, oh no, let them go to work. This. They got a reason, mental illness, a reason for every damn thing nowadays. I never hear nobody say that motherfucker just lazy. That motherfucker just crazy. We need to bring back the ease and stop all this bullshit. You crazy or you just lazy? All this mental, this. We done let the white people come over and just take over too much, and our black people, we don't even know. Everybody got mental illness now. And half these motherfuckers ain't nothing but lazy. Oh, I'm depressed. I just stay on the couch all day. Nah, you just lazy.
I've had family members collect checks for years, and I'm like, there is nothing wrong with you.
And what's with this the service dog shit? I think that's just too far. But I
another way for lonely people in cells to bring their nasty dog everywhere they go.
And I used to work for Accessorize, so I dealt with like the handicapped and people with needs and service dogs. And some of the people are coming on and they coming from clubs, niggas coming from a strip club. I got my service dog. Sir, do you really need a service dog? You were just in there with ass.
And what the fuck is the dog gonna do for you at the club? Now I've seen other animals too. That's what I'm talking about. Really, it's not just the dog.
They got the snake.
Mm-hmm. Yes, birds, freaking frogs and shit. Like what the fuck?
Service.
Elijah got a friend. He got a pit bull. He got a pass. He bring that pit bull to the club. He bring that pit bull. He brought a pit bull to our screenings.
Our nigga AC.
AC bring pit bull everywhere. He bring that pit bull to the strip club.
Our nigga AC, the programmer, he brung his pit bull to our screening we had on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of get the dog thing
white ass after they
like they be going too far. They be in certain places. Like I get, but they be really going too far. It's really not that necessary because before you signed up for this, you was functioning 20 years ago.
And we do have a culture in America where a lot of people are like, just dependent on the system. This is the only place in the entire world where somebody can be on food stamps and get free fucking food for generations, get free fucking shelter for generations.
We gotta cut that out.
We have to. Yeah, we gotta cut it out.
We just making people more lazy. You talk about people during the pandemic getting an extra $300 on their unemployment. Who gonna go back to work?
They're not. That shit ain't forever, man.
People don't care. People worry about right now because nothing is forever no more.
And that's the sheep who don't care, who's content with that shit because they don't see any further than that. So yes, there's a lot of people out there that, you know, is not so quote unquote woke or whatever, but they think shit like that is going to sustain them for now. They live for the now and not think about the future. So you'd be surprised.
And they don't think that how it affects them. I'm not gonna lie. When I got that stimulus check, at first I thought I wasn't gonna get one because I do a business. But when I got one, I literally, and this shit is still sitting in my account because I'm waiting on the government to say we want our shit back. That's what I'm waiting on. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be like, here you go, because you put this in my account. Here you go. But then some people looked at the stimulus check and they was just like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like,
I work for a bank. I ain't gonna tell y'all what.
I used to work for a bank.
These people got their stimulus check plus unemployment. Okay, I'm not going to say where, but you look at their accounts: Gucci, Fendi, you know, Prada, Nike, all that. I'm like, dude.
And then they'll come out. And then they come out and say, "Oh, black people don't got nothing because of systemic racism."
I gotta be careful, man.
Y'all mad at?
I don't know if there's a HIPAA. I don't know if there's Casey. I don't know if there's a HIPAA law in regards to how people spend their money, but we want to be careful with
That's Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Okay, I'll stop.
That's Trump change compared to like the corporate welfare and a lot of the stuff the billionaires is taking from us. Our little friends who is buying Jordans instead of putting it in front of their college or putting that they got. We as a community have financial literacy issues. You know what I'm saying? And that person with the Gucci, they might have on a payment plan. They might have issues. They might have issues with rent. But that shouldn't be our problem that we complaining about because they're taking such a small amount of money out of our tax dollars compared to the corporations and the billionaires and the government.
Well, speaking of the PPP loans, which kicking in the door, KJ58 just brought up, they got task force dedicated to catching people who were manipulating the PPP loans. They got task force. They're kicking in your door like you got drugs.
That's a fact.
But that's crazy though. Like, shouldn't there be a system that would not even allow you to get the money? Why get somebody to get the money to go and arrest them? That's crazy to me.
What if it's a setup?
Well,
it gotta be. It gotta be a setup.
It could have been. My CPA deadass told me do not get the PPP loan. She told me, do not get the PPP loan because they will put other rules on it later because all of the rules were not finalized when they were giving you the loan. So do not get the loan because they'll put other, I've been sipping, so I'm gonna lose my words or whatever, but they'll put other, rules or however you want to say it in place later. And if you violated those rules, even though those rules weren't in existence yet, you can get your dog kicked down.
And just like the jab. I'm sorry, just like the jab and that small writing that you see at the end of it, the commercial, and then the lawsuit you hear 10 years later that if you took it, but I'm gonna let you rock. You're right.
And also, in addition to that, I am in a position where I look at any type of loans coming from the government. I don't want nothing that's not entitled to me. That's why when they just said they're giving out stimulus checks, I'm like, all right, they're giving them out. That's fine. But when shit shows up in your account, you got to question, where is this coming from? Even for me, they also, in addition to PPE loans, FEMA is now giving out burial assistance to families who had to bury their family members due to COVID-19. I was suggested to apply for this. I'm not applying for shit. I don't want nothing that's not given to me because I always feel like with this government, there's always something else that could change later on.
I got a new song coming out, me and Naughty by Nature. It's a scammers anthem. You down with PPP? Yeah, you know me. You down with PPP? Yeah, you know me. Who's down with PPP? All the homies, and we be flexing off money, and everyone get arrested after. It's gonna be lit.
I hate to tell you this, but they put the song out without you. Put it out without you already. Sorry.
Naughty by Nature?
They put it out without you, bro. They put it out without you, man. Sorry, man. They Hollywood talked you, man. But all right, let me go to some of these comments that I missed. I threw a lot of them on the screen while we were talking. So I'm gonna read the ones that I probably didn't get a chance to get to. Just One Love says, y'all ass was bad on the East Coast. Y'all need some Southern grandma ass whoopings. Probably so. She also said, Sunflower Sky said, play the warning. Jersey Jen says kids was running around trying to knock people out, trying to go viral, shaking my head. Well, that wasn't a kid we watched. So there were kids doing it. I do have a friend, I think his name is
man.
I do have a friend who made a movie about it, you know what I'm saying, about called The Knockout Game. So check that out. Kelso says, don't judge white boy when he start carrying the strap on some never again shit. This type of shit make people turn gangster. And, I don't know if all of those people been through that, but if that particular kid who's been through that goes crazy and turns gangster afterwards, then I would understand. Jersey Jen says, thought J. Doug said before domestic violence didn't exist. Shaking my head. I don't remember if he said that. I don't know if he remembers saying that, but
I don't know if I said it don't exist, but for I know I said most of the time what women said domestic violence is not domestic violence.
Okay, maybe. Brooklyn Honcho says we got a test. Laugh out loud. Brooklyn Honcho also said man thought that he was killing them, so he had to step in. Talking about the guy, I believe, in a fight on a plane. Kelso says, true, Vanessa smiles. Got to hear both sides. You on point tonight. Sunflower agrees with Shan P. Shan P says 7 years ain't enough. Kelso said, getting sucker punch affect you for life, man. I agree. And Kelso also said they're going to fuck him up in the county for touching that child. Sunflower
I got a white boy on road past probably 50 real niggas.
Yeah. Sunflower Scott says exactly, internet. That changed my mind as well. That man needs to not be in society. Jersey Jen says if somebody hit my 12-year-old, and we're just gonna say ... and that's for the both of us. Kelso says ain't gonna lie, that dude actual menace to society. I wouldn't want him in my neighborhood. He's an idiot. Now he can punch on other people who like violence for 7 years since he's so tough.
And listen,
I agree. Some people just need to be off the streets.
And listen, we know when you take it to white people out of the black community, you don't give a fuck. Because normally white people, black people stop right at, other blacks. And we might fuck up a Puerto Rican here and there. But to go out and just start saying, fuck it, I'm just knocking out anybody, white people included. Not saying white people special, but black people, we normally are scared of white people.
White people are
my nigga talking white.
I'm sorry, white people are special in this country. They wouldn't care if he was knocking out another black boy. He is a white boy.
You can't knock out another black boy.
Good point, though. Good point. If he was black, will we have even heard of this shit?
I think we would, because the whole video was viral off the weird dance and the crazy punch.
No, you know why? Because like y'all said, he know better. He should have been on his swivel. He should have he should have been ready. See, like y'all say, he know where he was at.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened to the people in New York when the girl got hit with a skateboard. They don't care what happened to black people. It's because it's a white boy.
No. We never heard nothing about that shit. We talked about
probably a feminist. Sorry.
Peter Mills. That's a legend in the hood.
We talked about that shit on the first episode, I believe, first or second episode of the Morning Rant, and we never got an update on that.
That's my nigga Peter Mills.
Yeah, Skeeter Mills. You know the nigga name, but you don't know about how much time he got because he probably ain't get no time.
He didn't need no time.
Didn't need no time for hitting a woman.
What the
fuck? Listen, I can only imagine what she done did. Somebody probably dead in the hood because of her.
But homeboy over here doing the Indianimals ain't do shit though.
Normally,
he do nothing.
Normally
he the only white boy around a bunch of black boys. That's
black women. Hey, I had a whole show about what black women do in these hoods.
At a time.
Listen, I heard what y'all saying. I had a black girl on one of my shows I just did like a week ago, pointing nigga out like, yeah, that's him. And then the nigga came out and shot the nigga. I don't want to hear nothing. I done seen how these women get down in the hood. Nah, who knows what type of destruction. See, we overlooked the destruction of these black women. She probably deserved it.
I'm not going to shut you down with a history lesson for hundreds of years. That same scenario was the other way around, and a lot of black men was murdered because of that. But I'm not going to teach you. I'm not going to
because of white people. That's not true. Though.
White women. You know how many black boys and men was framed?
Emmett Till. Shout out to Emmett Till.
Tortured, jailed, executed over a lie of a white girl.
No. No, it's nobody
No,
locked.
no, no. That's a history lesson. That has been happening for years.
One at a time, bro. Let her talk and then you talk. Go ahead, go ahead, go
That
ahead.
has been happening for years. So fuck what you hear today. Yeah, I ain't gonna go that far, but that you can't put it all on us. If you want to say it's on us, we learned it from the best. Don't go there.
I don't listen.
And then when I first looked at this story, I actually thought about the Emmett Till situation. I said they should just let this black dude rock. I'm not saying that this black dude was right for punching this boy. I'm not saying that. But with all of the things that black people have encountered in this country, they can overlook that shit. They can let that shit go. They can, just like niggas still getting lynched today and they talking about it's a suicide, just like, you know, cops are still shooting people and they get a pension and they go off into the sunset. We could forget about that nigga. Let that nigga come back at 80 years old and tell us that he hit this white boy, just like the lady did with Emmett Till.
Listen, I'm not saying that the guy is such a big deal. Listen, the white guy, yes, I like what happened 7 years, whatever. But far as black women go, it'd be too much destruction going on. Not saying she deserved it. I got to know what happened because it's oftentimes black women in the hood, they do stuff and there's no consequence for it.
But how come you don't want to know what happened with the white boy? Like you don't have no questions for the white boy.
It's obvious what happened. That's obvious. Y'all want to seem like y'all trying to make it seem like this little white boy was moving keys.
He probably was. He owes somebody money. I really do.
Was on there dancing.
They never arrested Skeeter Mills, man. They got this nigga public. They got his name. They got his name, his government name on the internet, but they don't have this nigga getting arrested on no site. Rodney Abdul Matori, a man named Rodney, assaulted a woman with a skateboard by forcibly slamming it into her head. Rodney and his friends filmed it, laughed, and humiliated her. The woman has been identified yet. If you have any information on the woman, please share.
No, I'm tight.
Also, if you have seen or know where Rodney and his accomplices are, please contact the police department. I have reason to believe they are located in Harlem, New York. If you have any information on Rodney Abdul Motari, please contact the police.
Wait a second. How are you asking me for information and you have all of this information in this article? You're telling me that his friends filmed it. He's from Harlem, New York. You have his first and last name, but you need me to contact the police department to give you information. I'm going on mute.
The girl probably went in hiding because women know sometimes they deserve some stuff. Listen,
he turned him down, bro. Don't do this to yourself.
He turned him down. That's just, I don't know. I don't remember the story. That was the story.
Don't do this to your brand. Don't do this to
what would warrant a female getting slapped in the face with a skateboard and she did not put her hands on that guy? Like, it's one thing. I don't condone bitches putting their hands on niggas. I do not condone that. She was just standing there and this guy picked up a skateboard and smacked her across her face with it.
For not giving him her phone number. That's what it was, J-Dub.
And that's New York shit for real.
Don't defend this nigga. Don't defend this nigga, bro.
There was this dude who shot this chick in her face at Juve a couple of years ago, but she turned him down. Yeah, that's serious. That's not her fault.
But that goes back to what I said. We have to return men back to being men, because when men back to being men, this stuff is not going on. See, men, we don't have no power no more. Men tired of getting turned down by the ratio of numbers. I don't holler at 100 chicks. I ain't got to turn down 100 motherfucking times. Somebody gonna get this skateboard. You know what I mean? So I'm just telling y'all, it's rough out here.
But that don't mean how it's not a big, like, bitches don't do that shit. Like, niggas be doing some fuck shit to females. There'd be really good women out there, okay? And dudes be dogging them out. You don't see females committing mass shootings.
And this is what I'm saying. Women control access to sex.
Because I have a purge list. I'm sorry.
To relationships. So
I do too. I got a purge list. I just keep it on the side just in case if I get access when they open up the floodgates for us to have, what we need. Just take it off. A purge list. Females go through so much, and females are quote unquote supposed to be more emotional creatures, but you don't see us committing.
But most of the time, the stuff y'all go through is because of y'all. It's not because of what men doing.
No, it's not. Not all.
I'm going.
I will set my responsibility. I ain't say I've been all innocent, but some men they brought it on themselves. Some men they could have had a polygamous relationship if they kept it a buck.
A men ain't gonna keep it a buck because the average
Why?
woman can't handle it. We
But
don't know.
No, they think they can't handle it, but they actually, it's actually the man who can't handle even being what he actually desires to be. Or he can't be married. He can't be polygamous because he don't got enough money. He don't have enough charisma.
Yeah,
He
because a
don't
lot
have
of
enough
men don't want to be
intelligence to
polygamous.
manage bitches, and
Yeah,
that's
a lot
his
of people
own
don't
insecurity.
a lot of men don't want to be polygamous. A lot of men just want to have his woman and his side on the side too.
So
Why,
what if you have
man?
the
What is that?
you
That's
could have
polygamy.
What if your
See,
woman
the
can have
thing is,
let you have the woman in
no.
her?
Yo, can y'all not talk at the same time?
Nobody speaking, but listen to what I'm saying. Y'all want us to bring it to y'all so y'all can control the situation. We already living in polygamy. If we got two bitches doing what we want to do, what we need to come to you and discuss with you what we doing already.
Because y'all not doing shit. The problem happens when you got one bitch that ends up trying to fight the next bitch, or the problems get intertwined because the man isn't handling what he needs to handle. If he's handling those things, then those females will never have a problem. Everything will be copacetic. Everybody will be happy. But when the man has those idiosyncrasies, because he is the leader and whatever he does, it's going to start to resonate in the relationships that he has. This is why you got baby mamas fighting each other, girlfriends fighting each other.
And then some of the baby moms could have got along if the dude wasn't fucking lying to both of them.
I agree. Brooklyn Honcho says either accept a simp or pay a pimp. All right. Sunflower Sky says, no, J Dub, my ex-husband abused me horrifically and I never did anything wrong to him. All right. And Champagne says, what about the other guy who beat the girl up coming out the liquor store because she didn't want to pay, because she didn't want him to pay for her bottle? I remember that.
But the black men did march. Black men did march in support of her to that liquor store, and there was and like Jay Doe was talking about, men was men, and they did come to her defense in that particular incident. And at least on an online situation, maybe not the police, but a lot of people have been going after the dude Skeeter Mills for some time. And I don't even know, given up for the Muslim and that he posted it himself, he might have just been trying to do a skit for attention. I don't know if he had a fake skateboard or whatever, but everything's wild. We should all love each other. Men is definitely wrong in terms of domestic abuse. I think we all need to learn how to communicate better. I think
Casey, I know I was sick, but did you say the nigga he might have had a fake skateboard? What?
Yeah, like why would you put that out yourself?
No, nigga, because he's stupid. Nigga, that wasn't fake. That was real.
It's hard to believe he ain't arrested for that shit. And I guess the girl ain't pressed no charges either.
It was real, bro. They ain't never found. They never found him.
I've been looking it up on Instagram and everything.
She's not white. The cops don't care to press charges. She's not a white girl. It's a black girl, a black bitch from the hood. They don't care.
Yo, I've been assaulted at work, and I've had the cops come with a fucking attitude because I called them.
Hey, listen,
That
you were just got a little girl finna stab a black girl, and the general consensus of the black community was, we don't care if that black bitch finna stab the other black woman. Y'all should have let her stab her. That's what y'all said. So y'all confuse people with all these twitches and flips. Like, yo, if somebody come in and eliminate the threat, yo, what? Why you did that? No, you should have let her stab her.
No, I was all here for that bitch getting handled
What
because her father was right there. Her father should have been the one to
y'all
stop
want to
her.
protect black women or not?
We want to. That's what we're saying.
You have to eliminate a threat to protect.
Yes, absolutely. But you can't always, when it comes to black women, you cannot sit up there and scrutinize black women and try to poke holes and see if they play a part in a situation when there's a blatant white kid, when there's actually a thing that they use in court called fucking affluenza for white people now, where they get excused for doing bullshit. I can't rule out that he did something prior to that. I'm not saying that it still warrants what happened to him. No, but you want to sit up here and say, oh, black women is always getting into things or they're always being emotional, stuff like that. I can't say that white boy wasn't into some nigga shit. White people love playing with niggas.
Throw the rock and hide the hand.
This is what I said.
But doing the floss. He was doing this shit. He's trying to do this shit. That dude just hit him.
Like I said at the top of the show, that comes to what I was saying. We got to stop lumping everybody together. Because yes, if we say black women, I'm thinking about the ghetto black women in the hood that causing all type of destruction every other day. That's in the majority. It's honest.
No, it's not the majority. I don't think about those black women.
That's who. No, but that's who. Even the so-called sophisticated black women. That's who they like. They like the Cardi B. They want to rock the long nails.
No,
they want to look like those women that's in those situations. So yes, that's why I say the spirit is the same. So that's why I say yes. We do have to ask what black women is doing, because black women have proven themselves to not always be so nice at times. And black women ain't getting no nicer. They getting more aggressive. They getting more masculine. And yes, we don't never know what these black women doing. Black women ain't. I grew up with all women that caused a lot of destruction. Yes, these black women could get destructive. You have to ask, because you can't just be going out like that guy who just said, yo, the guy who punched me, he jumped me. The guy that came out started shooting at the man, didn't even ask no questions.
Let me say something. Let me say something. A lot of guys say that about black females, but I know a lot of Latino females that act black, or so-called black, you know what I'm saying? And they don't get the same rap. So you can't just say put it all on us, because there are some Latino women who are masculine and assertive and has attitudes and feisty and fiery, but that is romanticized. But when your skin get darker, is dominant, is too masculine, is ugly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't accept that.
And that's what they and Antoinette, that's exactly what they call it. When it's a Spanish woman, or if it's a white girl, oh, that's my down ass white girl. Or you know, if it's a Spanish bitch, oh, she's spicy. You know, crazy bitches got the best pussy. That's what it turns into at that point. But a black female, she has to have a chip on her shoulder. But even when it comes to, you know, females who create personas, or they start to follow people like Cardi B and stuff like that, women are doing these things because they, especially young women, they're looking at guys oohing and awing over these females. Like now, older women who are established, who are a little bit more assured of themselves, they don't really follow these trends as much, but there are young impressionable women who see the likes, who see the attention that these IG thoughts or models or whatever the case may be is getting, and they think that that's what men want, because that's what men are responding to. Niggas are saying like, oh, we like the regular chicks, we like natural chicks. Well, we can't tell. We can't tell.
That's not true. Men want variety. See, y'all try to jump into a man's mind and say what a man want. A man might want a BBW one day. He might want a slim and trim. He might want a classy. He might want a thought. It's variety. Men is really variety. As our money grow and our option grow, we want more variety. That don't mean if I'm with a woman, I don't love my woman no more. That don't mean, oh, I'm looking for the thoughts now because I don't like the thought picture. I want to smash a thought one day. No, I don't want a thought in my life long term. But yes, I want a thought for 12 hours, maybe 8 hours, maybe.
So don't you think
that's not what I want. That's not what I want to see.
But don't you think
can't figure out what a man want? A man don't want one thing. That's what we got to understand. It's not one singular thing that a man wants. That's what women want to boil every man down to, wanting a singular thing. Okay, men want this, boom, I got it. No, it's not. You never got it.
Niggas do the same thing. Niggas be like, oh, bitches want money, I got it, but they forget about everything else that comes with being a fucking man.
No, a man want cooperation from every woman that he dealing with, and like my man say, we want women to be friendly, nice, and that's it. And cooperative. That's it. We don't want nothing else. We don't want attitude because the Latinos do it and they call it spicy. We don't want ghetto all day because black women see the other black women, and men want to get lust after ghetto women because
we also don't want the woe is me black man blues either. Like, we get it. Black men have a hard time in this country, but black women, I don't think they get enough credit, because black women, there's some really, really good black women who stand behind black men through the trials and tribulations. And sometimes I feel like certain black men, because they know of their disadvantage and they know that certain black women who really love black men have a soft spot for them, they take advantage of that soft spot. They know that we want to see our black men win, so they know that we're willing to go to the extra length, but sometimes they abuse that.
That's not true. Y'all, black women stand behind black males. Really black beta males.
Sometimes you're right. Sometimes
black women do not stand behind strong black men. Y'all look at us as too dominant, and most of the time black women want to run the show. Black women don't want to be told what to do for the most part. Black women don't want to be submissive. That's why they come out with all these terms. Partner, power couple. Is never, I'm listening to my damn man. You never hear that. So yes, that's what they want.
No, what happens is, we always listen to our man initially. When we like a nigga, we follow a nigga. And that's the problem, because we follow a nigga and then we realize this nigga don't know where he going. And then
Even
we
in
like,
a burning house. Even inside of a burning house.
But that's not for a woman to judge, though.
But we follow a nigga, like real women who really, look up to their men and they, really have admiration for their men. We'll go to the end of the cliff, but we're going to stand at the top of the cliff and we're like, all right, now we can't keep going now. Like, I know you want to go this way, but we're going to have to turn around.
That's in y'all DNA. That's y'all are survival creatures. Y'all looking out for self-preservation. Y'all looking for providers. So yes, instinctively, y'all gonna say, yo, if this don't look right, it's a burning house. What's a burning house to a woman is not a burning house to a man. It's just what it is. Y'all be looking at a nigga situation and like, yo, this is a burning house because my friends is on vacation and I'm not. No, it's like, this is my house, bitch. And if you think it's on fire because your hot ass in here with your stink breath, get out. That's why it's on fire. As soon as the bitch leave, house cool down, the house ain't on fire no more. Surprise, surprise. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. Women can't judge a man's situation because you don't know a man's family history, you don't know a man's legacy, and you don't know, just like Kwame Brown, they calling this man a bust. This man said, yo, I done put my mama in the house, I done took care of my family, I accomplished my motherfucking goals. Just because the world is judging me and say you a bust, your house burning down, like, yo, this is my house, it's not burning down to me. And just like my man said, y'all don't want a man to be a man. Y'all want a man to be the man. Y'all want to change a man into a super nigga. Every nigga ain't gonna be super nigga.
It ain't about changing a nigga. I feel like really, really good women, they listen to a man and they allow men to lead. But sometimes I feel like men's pride get in the way of being productive and being effective. Men sometimes get so focused on being just controlling or just manipulated in a situation versus getting actual results or coming up to end goal. Doesn't even matter who does what, as long as we, throw the ball inside the hoop. That's what really matters. But sometimes men get more focused on just the journey. They're just like, I gotta do it. And then they're doing this shit wrong. And then females get frustrated because we don't want to do the shit. We want to be led, men's to lead. We want to be able to sit back and be women. Like, we want to just do that. But it just happens so often where we see the burning house. We got to go call 911. We're not just going to look at the burning house and not call 911. Niggas like, you would sit in the fucking burning house. Oh, it ain't that much smoke in here. It's not that much smoke. And meanwhile, the whole fucking house on fire and we got to call 911 because your ass don't see it.
I'm going to show y'all the difference between women right now and they're going to fuck y'all up. Look at the mother of Good Time, Florida Evans. To today's standards, an old ass nigga with 3 kids, over 40, with kids finna graduate from high school, still living in the projects. To y'all these days, that's a burning fucking house. But she wasn't talking about leaving her fucking man. She wasn't talking about, oh, James, this is a burning fucking house. She was taking whatever he brought to the table and made it work. She wasn't complaining, that's what you said, and she wasn't trying to get nowhere else better.
She was making shit work because she was trying to prevent fires. Okay, she was making shit work because that's what you seen there. That's before the fire. That's what putting out fires is.
It was whatever what James brought to the table. She was grateful.
All
that's it.
All right, y'all went in just now. Whole time I was trying to get women to pull up. Because you're doing the most. And one of my homies too. Because I got one of my homies, one of the OGs, that definitely will have some ill shit to say. You know what I mean?
Let's make it a part 2. I would love to hear others.
I know. Now you gotta go. Anything you gotta go? You said something in the private chat.
Yeah, I do. It's freaking lightning. Like, it came like it's still storming. If you can hear it, I should turn it around. It's lightning bad. And my daughter, she's at the it's called Santico. So there's a movie and like Dave and Buster's, but they have a movie in, Bowling Alley. So I had to go pick her up because I'm not driving in this too long. So I had to go get her in a minute. So I had to go soon. But it's all good. I mean, I have a couple of minutes. I'm not going to just interrupt it. I'm interested.
That's good. It's good. We need to know what's up. I'm going to read some of these comments, but first I'm going to bring on one of my homies, one of the big homies from Brownsville, Brooklyn / Fall Rock. Dunny Brown, what's good, brother? How you doing, good brother?
Hey, guys, man, what's going on? What did I miss? What is happening in here? It sounds heat already.
Yo, you missed the whole lot. You missed the whole lot. You know what I'm saying? You missed the whole lot, man.
Like that. Yo, I'm gonna need some tea for this, honey. Get some tea.
Yo, all right. Yeah, I mean, if I had to sum it up, the guy who shot the little kid in 42nd Street, he's a rapper. He actually did a song with one of our own. We on a Rancis Union right now. We're one of our own Brooklyn Honcho, his wife. He did a song with his wife. We played that song earlier. Somehow we got into a subject of we did an update. I don't know if you remember the white kid got punched in the face for dancing in the street for no reason. The guy who punched him in the face just got 7 years. So we spoke about that. And it kind of just went on a tangent. It went everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time I'm behind the scenes trying to get people like yourself to pull up, you know what I mean? And let's talk about this craziness. And then somehow we got into the battle of the sexes. How? I don't know. You know what I mean? But we got into the battle of the sexes. You know what I mean? Really.
It always comes to that. We need to just get along. I mean, we need each other. That's why, you know what I mean? Opposites attract. That's the whole purpose of that, man.
But it's the opposite. We black women done turn into men.
But then we have people like him that says something, but when we ready to get on board,
It ain't ready to get on board. Ready to get on board for a woman.
How many women are ready to be on board? We just haven't found the
No,
right
I
leaders.
believe you.
You don't know how much I want to just cooperate with a nigga. I just want to make him breakfast. He just, do what he's supposed to do.
But
I'm
you
supposed
don't-
to take it
that's
to
not
be
how
easy.
you start.
Some of these
You cooperate by obeying and cooperating with all men, not just your man. You should be respectful and cooperative with all men. That's how you start.
Everyone is not entitled to cooperation.
Yes, they are, because that's how you rebuild. See, when you start doing that, you start cooperating with all men, you stop all these mass shootings.
I have a respect.
It's not about giving all these niggas pussy. Sometime a little cooperation, sometime a little smile, sometime just the encouragement of letting a nigga know, building them up and say, yo, you might get some pussy. Just keep it up. You ain't get nothing from me, but you might be getting some pussy. You gotta treat your nigga like a pussy. I mean,
Of
like
course,
a pussy.
you get more
Pussy
flies
on
for
the
honey.
way.
You get
That's
more
what I'm
flies for
saying.
honey.
We have to encourage black women to just be nice in general to all men of society.
But black men have to be honest. They know what they do to nice women. They know, because there are very good, nice women out there who are nice, who are just cooperative, and they get shitted on. Why does that happen? When they're cooperative, they take care of them and they do what they're supposed to do.
It's not. I just say
and
not
they
take care
still
of
get
your
shitted on.
man.
So what's the excuse?
Being obedient to all men. That's just what it is. It ain't talk about letting men take advantage of you. It's just being nice, respectful, obedient to all men, because we the closer to God. It's man first, man over woman, not your husband over, not your man, not my man over me, and no man over woman. Because guess what? When you on the side of the road and you want a motherfucker to change your tire for you,
I call AAA because these niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, AAA is all good, but you don't want to be talking about, yo, it's my man. I ain't your man, bitch. You your own tire. That's what type of culture we creating. We have to get back to where we'll be a respectful.
Well, you also got niggas talk about some. I don't know how to change tire. Call AAA.
I know,
So I can call AAA anyways.
See, that's what you see. That's the same line of thinking that the black women had when they let the government into the household. What I need a baby daddy for, I can get this check from the government. It's not always about that. It's about building community to be stronger. Yeah, they don't know how to take care of the tire because you don't have no fathers in the home. But
that's my fault?
No. But listen what I'm saying. Men gonna start being men to all women, which means being nice and respectful to all women. And then women, and leading the way for all women and protecting all women. Women got to start being nice, friendly, and cooperative and obedient to all men, because you never know, you need to protect. There's so many women out here with no husband, and the ratio is bad. It's more women than it is men.
There are women who will look out for men at the drop of a dime. You know how many women have saved grown men's lives, stopped them from getting in a fight, told them go home, gave them food, cooked for them. Like there's black women really doing that. There's women
Gotta be
out
done
there.
with the right spirit.
And they're the ones who's taken advantage of.
Hold on.
But
Hold on. New to the panel is Thunny Brown. He has something to say. Thunny, what you saying?
No, I was just saying, yeah, speak on that, Queen. It is a lot of those women out there. There's a lot of queens out there that do take on those type of roles. You're right. I mean, and I was blessed to have been raised by a few, as well as came across a few in my life that, took care of me at a time or another, you know what I mean? But at the same time, that's a mutual beneficial road that we all need to travel down. We all need to be looking out for each other's best interests. The men for the women for the men, so on and so forth.
Agreed. I'm not even biased because I have to also admit there are great women I've came across, and there's also a lot of great men. There were strangers, niggas who just helped me out. Flat tire, fucking my alternator fucked up, all kinds of shit. Niggas who did shit just because I was a cute. Maybe it was because I was cute too, but things that they didn't have to do because they just felt like it was their moral, compass as a man to do. So it goes both ways. Absolutely.
And there's some who were raised by single moms, and I'm not going to not give them the credit. They know how to treat a lady. They know what a female went through. So I'm not going to discredit them. But there's some who are bitter towards their mom, or seen their dads treat their mom a certain way, and they have a certain disdain against women, and they believe that way. I'm not talking about you, J Dub, but there are men like that.
I'm gonna speak on that too. There's a lot of men out there that don't know how to treat women, that don't know how to talk to women. You know what I mean, there's a lot of dudes out there don't got real respect for themselves. They don't know themselves, so how they gonna respect somebody else? They can't, let alone be able to teach it if they got kids. You know what I mean? And then there you have that cycle just repeating itself. But we all, it takes a nation, it takes the village to raise the village. You know what I mean? And that's what we got to get back to as well. It can't just be about what's happening over here at your house, over there at their house, and constantly just worried about what's happening on your side of the street. Because at the end of the day, it eventually is going to bleed over to the other side, and it's going to affect somebody down the line.
Especially when you start pointing out other folks' faults. Try to amplify what they can do or what they are doing to have them, you know what I'm saying? Because you throwing a rock saying black women do this or men treat us this way, that's why we do that. That's when that cancer spread, and it spreads over to other people. So instead of just pointing out the bad, just try to, uplift what we do. Like we was all saying,
It becomes the perception.
But what I'm trying to figure out what y'all doing though.
We just told you.
You tell me one thing that y'all do, I can hear it.
Percentage that the women that you don't see it, what we're saying, me and Ms. V smile, but there's the same percentage of men who aren't holding up their responsibilities, who deserve that type of treatment either. So those who's criticizing because they don't get it that way, maybe they're not acting.
Yeah, and maybe there is idiosyncrasies within themselves that they need to overcome in order for them to be that person.
That's why they don't get it, and that's why some dudes can sustain a side chick and a wife and a girlfriend and a
for
work
years.
And
You know what I'm
saying?
That used to be and Antoinette, even to add on to that used to be the going thing back in the days. They used to say niggas back in the day, they used to be like, "Oh, my side bitch is gonna meet each other at the funeral." Everybody find out shit at the funeral,
and he leaves them all something. So that's how that was worth it.
That's how smooth niggas was back in the day. They had
he
the
left
side
them
bitch down the street, they wife, baby mother around the corner, and everybody lived happily for years. What niggas can't even have a fucking girlfriend, and they can't keep their shit together. The bitch look at his phone, and it's done.
Out the lesson. They that part just somehow just got
That was not true.
out the game.
Because women became better detectives on social media. It's easier for them to find the other side chicks. Because they looking on Instagram, they going in their man's phone, they doing all sorts of stuff.
What's easier than walking around the corner in a town of only 500 people?
It's a don't ask, don't tell policy.
It's not about finding out. They knew each other.
Listen, men back in the day was men. They actually had to go out and provide for these women. They was ready to go and provide for these women. These women just wasn't being cooperative, friendly, and nice for no reason. Y'all women need days, like you say. I don't need a nigga. What you just said, I can do whatever. It's so many other options for women to where y'all feel like y'all don't have to cooperate or respect the man just for being a man on that level. No, the men y'all talking about, what these women met each other at the funeral, they wasn't Diddy. They wasn't Hove.
He
These
wasn't the ones
regular
drinking their
niggas
kids'
working at the
Capri
steel
Suns.
mill.
He wasn't the ones coming through drinking the kids' Capri Suns. He was actually paying bills, putting her kids, his kids, and the next bitch kids through private school. So those are the chicks who will keep
But
their fucking
listen,
mouth shut until he died.
but
Yeah, but you got niggas trying to
listen to
fuck bitches for
standard
free.
now.
You got niggas. Hold on, you got niggas trying to fuck bitches for free. They got a wife at home and they talk about, oh, don't say nothing. Of course, this bitch is talking. You didn't even pay her. You
All
don't
right,
even know how to move.
hold on. All right, we're gonna segue real quick. And Virginia Slim, let me know if you're still in the chat. You know what I mean? Let me know if you're still in the chat. Virginia Slim pulled up, but I did want to get into some topics before we get up out of here. And as you bring up this whole side chick and all this type of thing, your man Kwame Brown did have some strong words for side chicks, especially black ones. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the screen because Kwame Brown definitely has some strong words for our side black. I'm not gonna get to all these news stories. So, Dunny Brown, really quick, I'm put you on mute because I'm hearing some feedback. But Dunny Brown, just so you know, Geologic and Friends, which you were on when we were in the studio, downtown Brooklyn, on episode 2. This is not that. We're on the evening rant right now. So the evening rant is a spinoff of the morning rant, which is where we talk about news. We talk about news, and then we talk about the issues that are the underlining issues in the story that we bring up. So how we got here, I don't remember. I just finished a whole bottle of wine. Excuse me. However, while we're on side chicks and black and white and blah, 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 I think I should just bring this up and segue into Kwame Brown talking about black side chicks. Black side chicks, all right, as opposed to their white counterparts. All right. So let's hear what Kwame Brown has to say to the black side chicks of the world.
You ain't say shit about Bill Gates. Y'all don't chase him around. And some of you women got to stop being complicit and telling every goddamn thing. Bitch, you know you a hoe and you slinging that pussy. Shut your goddamn mouth. This nigga's a great man. You slinging that pussy. Shut up. Ain't nobody force you in that goddamn room. If he did, call the police. But if not, shut your goddamn mouth. You tearing down black men that's building. Bill Gates got to build every goddamn computer he wanted to build and have a side bitch, and his white woman ain't say a motherfucking thing. And they got a nice little divorce that they gonna part ways and they still fucking building. But see, when your focus ain't on building nothing and your focus ain't on having nothing, you will attach yourself to somebody and tear them down faster than anything because you don't believe you were worth a goddamn.
All right. So that was Kwame Brown's take on the black side chick as opposed to the white side chick.
Well, why y'all doing mama's cooking? Y'all don't agree with that?
I do.
No, I agree with that 100%, and I know this shit firsthand. That is the rules I was told when I was young, and I was actually.
You might know that, but you don't.
Let her finish, J-Dog.
It's not about believing when you know it and you know that it works for you and it's beneficial for you to operate that way. You do that. For me, I always knew when it came to me dealing with a man who, if he was in a relationship or whatever his situation was, and if there was an arrangement that was set up, I don't contact a nigga. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not proud of the fucking situation. You got bitches out here talking about a man like he don't have a wife. Like bitches are so completely out of line. And also, they fuck up the bag. You fuck up future opportunities. Any nigga who I ever dealt with, they will still deal with me to this day, even though I am rejecting them because I'm in a different place in my life. I'm trying to have babies. But honestly, when guys get females who can hold it down, who can keep their mouth shut, it's copacetic, they can have that run on and on. And females don't know that when they start opening their mouth and when they start talking, they shut that you already ruined the man's secrecy. You already made him vulnerable, and now he has no reason to fuck with you. That was one of the things that he valued. People value secrecy, including me. Some things you have to take to the grave, bitch. Something.
Listen, that was part of what he said, but what he said was his point was Bill Gates' wife was with him no matter what he had going on. He was able to keep building, and she didn't jump ship because he thought the house was burning down because he done fucked a couple side bitches. I'm saying y'all don't agree
Y'all
with
don't
that
have no pictures of Bill Gates fucking side bitches though.
See, it's always you don't
pictures.
know what you
See,
got.
this is the problem, and
You
you
don't
got to
know
get
what
back to
you
it.
have.
Black men sometimes are sloppy. Black men don't know how to handle their shit. Tristan Thompson is in the club with the fucking side bitch. Bitch, nigga, there's pictures. If you want to do what you do it smart.
What if his side chick didn't violate the wife? You see, I completely understand what Ms. V saying, but some chicks get it fucked up. They call the main chick, and the main chick probably already know he's cheating. So why are you blowing it up? So what are you telling me?
And that's a huge problem. Dumb bitch.
FBI told Coretta Scott King what Martin Luther King was doing. You have to be this the type of strong that man talking about. He not talking about you iffy, switchy motherfuckers. All this, if this. He probably wasn't. Well, I would be with him, but it was pictures. I can't handle a picture. It's always something. No, we ain't talking about this, that, and the third. We talking about, I don't give a fuck if I walk into the bitch ass in the air. This my man. Hurry up and clean your shit up off the bed, bitch, but you gonna get up out of here.
Well, see, that's my move. Like, I'm a different type of bitch. Like, I operate differently.
That's what Kwame talking about. Y'all talking about, oh, if a side bitch be quiet. Yeah, any side bitch can be quiet because that's a dead end job. You already know you finna do some sucking and fucking, and that's the far as it gonna go.
But no, he's saying the side chicks need to play their part and shut the fuck up. Some side chicks all blasting niggas and shit when
that's needed too, but what we
and they
need
do
is
more.
Up the back.
They really, and like he said, like there's side chicks out here now really trying to sabotage establishments, which makes no sense because you knew that whatever he had established was established before you even started engaging with him. So it's kind of like
the side bitch is a non-factor if the woman in the house is stronger than Coretta Scott King. A side bitch can't do a damn thing. A side bitch, like I say, could be in her ass up in the air. You gonna help the bitch pack her shit at the end of the day.
The wife has to make sure she's.
That's what Kwame talk about. The black women need to get to. We all know black women can do B-side kids. We done seen that doing slavery. Y'all been doing that too long.
No, I agree.
Y'all
Black
holding
women
some
do need
niggas
to
down
stand up more.
regardless.
The wives need to stand up more. I agree. I agree with him 100%.
Women
if you are his wife and you
divorce more than
and you say that you established with him, then you should know that an insignificant side bitch can't take down. But if you have insecurities about your situation, then that's also realistic too. And you can't blame that on the side bitch either. That is that own person's insecurities within their own relationship. That side bitch ain't entitled to nothing. She don't have to like make no decisions. But if somebody's gonna be insecure, then they gotta admit that too. Like,
yo, did y'all hear Judge Joe Brown and Kwame Brown talking about the ultimate side chick and the one who's kind of showed you how to make it work? Kamala Harris is an inspiration to side chicks, to alternative relationships everywhere. She got with first she was with Willie Brown, the mayor of San Francisco, and she was his side chick. He was married. She had a good relationship with him. She worked it. She kept the relationship. She didn't put him on blast. Then she was with Montel Jordan, and she let him be with his other chick, and she just held his hand while he had his main chick on the other hand on the carpet. And then she worked away. Okay. So then she had Montel.
She didn't have to do it that way.
She was the main piece for Montel, right? She was the main piece for Montel, and she had a nice white.
She was looking good.
And then she got herself a nice little white Jewish Zionist man, and now she's the vice president.
She slept her way to the top. And she kept the fucking mouth shut. But the thing is, she was kind of sloppy because she kept it within the same circle. So that doesn't really. I still don't like her. All right.
She was out there. I don't think that was really.
And she was smoking blunt with Tupac too.
That was pretty obvious what they had going on. That was pretty obvious what they had going on. I mean, look at this shit. It's obvious.
Oh damn! She might have had her face in that vagina.
That's what I'm trying to tell.
Knowledge.
It was a lot of. It was obvious.
She was a full lawyer wearing lingerie to an event.
And
no, that is a picture of them just getting finished. He was fucking the dog shit out of her before they even got to the red carpet. And when they left, he fucked the dog shit out of her again.
Warning.
Oh.
The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The Rant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and training.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
I didn't get
Yeah.
a chance to say allegedly.
But yo, that's what he was supposed to do, right? You know what I mean? That was his chick. And he was handling her the way she was supposed to be handled. Yeah, I mean, but back to this other thing with the homie Bill Gates, that was the worst example to use, man. Typically, any chick that's in that situation gonna shut the fuck up and ride this shit the fuck out because it's millions in the bank. She ain't got to see this dude half of 3/4 of the year. She don't see this fucking boy. You know what I mean? So that was the fucking worst shit to use. Now these other fucking slides and smuts and thought bodies, they ain't got shit to lose. They realize they ain't gonna get shit. Your shit is going nowhere. And yeah, you know I mean, I don't know if y'all seen that footage of the chick poured the gasoline in the homie whip, tried to light it. The fumes blew up in her face. But that's typically what these chicks is doing metaphorically. If a dude, a chick in that type of situation, that's what they do at that instance. They sabotage themselves and the whole shit and don't care what the fuck is destroyed in the process, whether it be self, reputation, they shit, they house, somebody else's house. You know what I mean? And that's how that gotta go. You gotta go with somebody that got reckless abandon, kamikaze mind state when you talking that type of thought body business. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
So I always blame the men because this is the thing. Men always, they be like, yo, that bitch crazy. She fucking got on my shit or did this shit. And I'm like, yo, but you was fucking the bitch though. Like, what, you didn't see the crazy then? Like,
they say crazy
pretty much all women crazy.
That's women too. Women be like, this nigga crazy, but they let him get all up in the guts.
You can
but
pretty
the thing about Bill Gates is that he was rocking with Epstein. Epstein was telling him how to handle his chick. So Kwame Brown bringing up Bill Gates when Bill Gates is hanging around with some pedophile, like that's a bad example. And who knows what his wife was doing? She might have had side pieces or whatever. But I feel that our generation is just louder with social media than the older generation and old white money too. Because Jeff Bezos he was loud about his shit. He was texting. He was wilding. He had his side chick's brother. Had all the messages, was giving them to national crime and everything like that. So they sloppy with it too. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick. I'm sorry, Internet. But is Internet? Before you leave, I want to ask this question. Right? Is Jeffrey Epstein still alive? Is he still alive? All right, because there's an article that comes from Vlad that says Jeffrey Epstein's prison guards admit to falsifying records related to his suicide, the mystery surrounding the death of disgraced billionaire Jeffrey Epstein is starting to unravel as the two guards who were given the task of watching Epstein recently admitted to falsifying records related to his death. However, despite their admission, the two guards worked out an agreement with prosecutors that will find them skipping jail time. Right. So basically they were falsifying records. They weren't watching when they were supposed to. Did he have enough money to survive that? Do you think that he might have survived that? Do you think he's faked his death? I'm going to start with you, Internet.
Oh, yeah. Faking your death is an old trick. From that, because I remember that article. I read something about that, about the guards, they being let off for that. That's a prime example that it couldn't have happened, because if it was a real dead body, something would have had to have been done with the guards, because that's their duty. You know what I'm saying? So for the fact that they got let off with someone dying on their watch, I don't really believe that it happened. And a lot of this stuff is all already done. I'm gonna say that we're just living in the Delta. It's just playing out later. So yeah, it's not. I'm gonna go and reach, throw my shoulder out and reach further. I think Michael Jackson's still alive. Yeah, a lot of people fake their death. So yeah, I'm gonna.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The Rant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made.
No, I believe that too, because what's the other alternative?
I gotta go, you guys, but you guys have a good night, okay? See
Good
you
night.
guys later.
I have to go soon too. I have to go get my baby girl.
All right.
Internet out too is a men's club for the rap.
No, we're not doing that. But I do want to bring this up before we get up out of here. All right, really quick. I don't know who's calling who, but hold on. Oh, that's V calling someone. She's still on the fucking thing. Don't even realize it. Anyway, while we're talking about sexual offenders and what's real and what's not, you know what I mean? Really quick. I just want to throw this out there really quick. All right. We know T.I. and his wife are being accused of the most right now. They're being accused of the most. All right. T.I. probed by LAPD for rape and drugging women. One alleged victim spoke to cops last month about 2005 assault. This is from Deadline.com. All right. However, one of the things that I just want to bring up, honorable mention, because we're talking about women and women this and women be talking and da 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 da. All right. I just want to bring this up, this one part. I'm going to read this and I quote. Earlier this year, attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn held a press conference where he revealed that he is representing 11 people who claim they are victims of sexual assault at the hands of T.I. and his wife Tiny. Let me see. His wife Tiny. Of the accusers, Blackburn revealed that 10 women and 1 man.
Oh Lord.
One of them were a man. One of the people accusing T.I. of drugging, rape, kidnapping, etc. is a man.
I don't believe that.
So let's
I smell Usher all over again.
Yeah, nigga, they want to insert themselves. You always got, he did me too. Let me try to get a bag. Yeah, it's a class action lawsuit. Long as your name on the lawsuit, you
Yo,
get
it was crazy. Some chick said she woke up with his toes in her cooch.
Oh damn!
I was like, ew.
I believe that.
Your mic is on Teddy Riley, Thunny. There you go.
I believe
Where the
that.
heck is this information from, man? Toes in the cooch.
Yeah, that was one of the things said. And what I just read was a quote from Tyrone A. Blackburn when he held a press conference. So that's via Deadline.com and VladTV.com. You know what I mean? Just want to throw that out there.
I don't think they was into men. I don't believe that man.
Yeah, I don't believe the man part. He just trying to get some money, but I do believe the toe part.
Think his toes was in the box.
Yeah, dog.
She said he had his toes all inside of her. She woke up. Sorry, excuse me.
See, when you doing that much sexing, you just get tired of the normal stuff. You just start doing any old thing. Put a toe in it. Wake up, bitch.
So they say. You see how my
All right,
man Rick
I gotta go, y'all. Yeah, have a good night. Okay.
All right, Internet. All right,
Yeah,
have a good one. Have a good one.
Mr. Roger.
Yeah, I put the sweater back on. You know what I mean? I had to open the windows when I smoked my cigar and shit. So I had to open the windows.
Roger done got a chili. Oh no, Roger. Nigga got chili.
All right, just what else is all right, we read that. She said, I never understood why women come out years later with alleged rape and drug charges, especially against superstars. All right. Listen, Dunny Brown. Go ahead, Dunny. Go ahead.
I'm about to say that's where I be at too. Now, all of a sudden, everybody got the courage. Well, come on, yeah. And to me, when you do it like that, I'm like, yo, so you was with it. I guess you ain't get what you wanted, and now this.
No, but for real, back in the day, a lot of niggas used to be strong arming some vagina, man. For real. That wasn't no shoe. A nigga got you alone, they were gonna hit that ass back in the day. And there wasn't too many niggas taking no easy L. Cause that's what that saying no mean keep going. Remember niggas used to say that back in the day? When she say no, keep going. Yeah.
Right. That and then I done even told that to I done even said that to a young lady. Like, I mean, like if you really want me to keep going, I need you to let me know. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that used to be part of the game. Playing hard. with the shorty that was gonna give you the buns. She might give you nah. But at the same time, you know what I mean? So all in those situations, not every time was it taken. Some females like to play that cat and mouse type of game.
I think, well, it's different with two people here. You got two people. Normally, it's just the one male trying to have it, and then women might have a grant. And our situation of being drugged, like they was probably all doing ecstasy, all doing whatever they have. And then coming into a situation, I think I know that's a bad thing to say, and like no, you should tell the men not to do it. But women should know, like once you're in a room with a man and a wife who might be, you have to be know their intentions. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to be in that situation, don't be in.
But why?
In a private situation.
But why I don't believe that they was fucking men too.
Come on, man. Because it's one man on the docket. I need some more men to come up, man. This nigga be trying. What y'all doing? Y'all super tiny? Let me get on that lawsuit, girl. Nah.
Just what Love says. So whenever it was strong armed, then that's when it should have been reported, not 5 to 20 years later.
There's something that's to say.
A couple, you know what I mean? Because we all know that there are legitimate swingers, yo. It's people that live that lifestyle. That's part of that community. That really exists. That's not just something that happened in the movie. It's people that trade spouses and shit like that regularly. Go to the joint with the spouse, bring something home. I know somebody personally that do the strip club regularly with their spouse and be picking out things to come home to chill with the couple.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So what I was gonna say is, as far as this T.I. and Tiny type of thing, it don't seem like none of that was strong arm, because now we got the couple. It was the both of them that was involved. And how you strong arm in that? They drugged them from the club, brought them home to the crib, and you know what I mean? What, Criminal Minds, 40 what is that? The first 48, they was doing it like that? I don't think so. I believe whoever was rocking with them was part of that lifestyle. And at the end of the day, I don't think nobody was getting strong on. They made a proposal, people was with it.
All right.
At that, just like it's a robbery. You with it or you ain't.
Right. Just what Love says exactly, Thunny. You got to know when you with them type of folks, what to expect and how to move. All right.
Yeah, they saying about T.I. and them, they were saying that, they might be down with it, but when you get down with it, you might be down for some penetration. That's just like if you get with a woman, right? And you say, yeah, let's get our thing on, but she slipped some drugs on you. Next thing you know, she put the scrap on. You like, I was with it, but I wasn't with all this. You know what I mean? It's just the same thing. You want to. That's what they saying about T.I. and them. They saying that T.I. and them used to be drugging and trying to turn it up when they weren't trying to turn it up.
Now, I'm going to say this. I lived in Florida. A good portion of the homies that I fucked with for recreational use was fucking with the shit that they considered the date rape drug. It wasn't the date. This is what my mans and them was in the crib on when it was just us. So, you know what I mean? A lot of that shit is just part of the lifestyle. Yeah, and I ain't about to fall for none of that shit. The motherfuckers ain't. I mean, at one point, everybody in their malls was doing ecstasy, and it just went on like that every time they presented the next drug, for perks, Xannies, whatever for Molly, whatever the fuck it was. The motherfucker, they made that shit became fashionable, b.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. People were doing ecstasy recreationally. It wasn't always about fucking. It was just about rolling. Just When Love says, I'm not gay nor a swinger, so why hang out with them type of folks? Sound like some clout chasers. We got our co-producer, Mr. Brooklyn Honcho, on the check-in. Brooklyn Honcho, turn your phone to the side, brother. No, we don't do portrait mode on here, man. There we go. Let's go. Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
I'm actually laughing. I'm sorry. I'm actually laughing and glitching at the same damn time. I might have stepped in at the wrong time, so I'm going to continue to listen to the bros.
Hey, listen, man. Nah, you stepped in at the right time. Whenever you step in, it was divine timing. You dig? Real talk. So Brooklyn Honcho, Casey, aka MC Mighty Casey, J Doug, meet Thunny Brown. Thunny Brown, meet the team. You know what I mean? There's a lot more of us where that came from. We're all around the fucking globe at this point. You dig? Thunny Brown, I hope you come up, cam up more often. You know what I'm saying? I know I hit you with the last minute invite. You know what I'm saying? But you my guy. I knew you would fit right in. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see more Thunny Brown on this channel. You heard? The mic is on Teddy Riley.
Yeah, I'm with you. Appreciate you. Thanks for inviting me, man. It seems very entertaining. I see y'all. We're going on 5 hours in right now, B. I was just getting off the interview with some people out in Canada. We was sitting in here in a whole different vibe because it was just a phoner. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I jump on. Let me tighten up a little bit and get me some tea and see what they talking about in here.
No, we be
Yeah,
wilding, but it's a good time up here. It's a real good time up here. I'll tell you that. Soon we're gonna come back with the morning show, but we're gonna do the evening show in the meantime. We got a lot of other shows on this channel, but this particular channel we on right now is our backup channel / the newer channel. Our other channel got flagged because that's how hard we go. We go hard. So we in YouTube jail right now. You know what I mean? But we still got a nice amount of the main supporters in the building right now. I feel like after we close out the show, I need to play Thunny Brown's Sweet. We need to play that song, you know what I mean, to show the ladies we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to play Thunny Brown's Sweet on the way up out of here. But before we get up out of here, I'm going to let everybody say what they got to say before we close out the show. Casey Gay, any last words for the audience? Because we damn sure can't get to all these stories we had lined up. But any last words, Casey?
Nice to be here with everybody. Celtics ain't get swept. Let's hear everyone's perspective. It's good to have the women in the beginning. Now we got the fellas at the end. I feel like in terms of the men and women issues, it was nice to sit back and listen, and it's good to have that dialogue. But I do feel like we just need to see each other as all people rather than like, oh, you're a black woman, have a problem. And generalizing, you know what I mean? Like all black women, all black men. You know, there are some black women with attitudes. There are some black men who are abusers, and you know we shouldn't let those be the face of our people. You know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of black men who take care of black women, who are amazing fathers, who are leaders of the community and take care of women in the village outside of their sisters and their mothers. And they're amazing women who are great mothers, great protectors of black men.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I appreciate you for saying that, Casey. Thank you for saying that.
But but it's good to have the dialogue so we can work out the issues. But just remember that at the end of the day, that's wild, Honcho, about that situation. I feel for you. I do understand why that did affect you in that way. Violence is crazy. The people we deal with are crazy. Unfortunately, we can't really control what the people we associate or our wives or our close people. We can't control what these people may do. And that's a crazy situation. I feel we should do a little show on that and go a little deeper. It dives because it's an interesting situation. I feel we could do it before like the Trap Lord Rosses or whoever does it. You know what I mean? I feel we need to start. And I definitely want to hear some more of the Jacksonville stuff with J Doug. Maybe we can do an episode on that because other people are kind of controlling the narrative of those stories. So I would definitely like to hear at Jacksonville natives opinion on that situation. So hopefully we can keep this up. Maybe do some special episodes. We can just keep on.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Casey.
I appreciate
and
that,
I'm gonna
Casey.
stay a strong support. I'm gonna stand strong, man. This fist, when I throw it up, man, that don't mean nothing. But that's not an emoji, nigga. That shit mean like for real. That's to the heart, homeboy. You
And
know what I mean?
I appreciate you taking that sheet off the window.
Logic told me to
and put it on the couch, man. I know you probably
grandma
all
sheet
type of people walking by looking at you. Yeah, so me, I appreciate you.
J Doug, any last words before we get up out of here?
No, man. Listen, man. I just want y'all tune in. I should be back rolling Tuesday on point with J Doug and grind time till I get to the shine time,
No doubt. Just My Love says, by the way, awesome book, Casey. Yeah, we got to do the book club ASAP. That's a fact. We got to do the book club ASAP. She also says, hashtag free to rent. You already know. Any last words, Brooklyn Honcho, before we get up out of here?
I ain't never met not near one of y'all ever, but I feel so attached. Like y'all niggas is damn near feeling like in my blood, in my veins, man. So this shit right here is really a big deal. I'm very appreciative
We
just to be
appreciate
around.
you, man. Word up. We appreciate you, man. Word up. You made sure we came back. You feel me? That's a
We're gonna
fact.
keep it going.
Salute to the co-producer, Brooklyn Honcho. Real talk. You know what I mean?
Nah, fuck me, man. Fuck me. And a bunch of ex shorties would have said you the same damn thing. Fuck David. Like fuck. I'm just telling you, man, we here and we ain't going nowhere.
All right. Dunny Brown, last words before we premiere your video and close the show out.
Well, you know what I mean? I came in late. It's a pleasure to be on here late night with y'all gents. Keeping it real for the peoples out there that's tuned in. You know what I mean? Getting some things off our chests. Hopefully helping some other people relieve some frustrations as well. What I do want to leave the people with, and this is like a general statement, but it apply to everybody in every situation, and definitely what we was getting into towards the end of the conversation. It'd be a lot of this shit here, people pointing fingers. That shit, you always got to deal with self first and hold self accountable when you're dealing with any of these situations, any of these walks of lives. You know what I mean? And when you playing these games, a wise man once already told me, say, yo, when you playing the game, you got to know the rules, B. And that shit go for everybody in all things. Stop pointing fingers at everybody and he is him, is her, is them. What part you play in it? One last jewel too. The simplest situations and solutions that I ended up coming upon was any type of situation that was adverse, whether it was he, she, them, they. The minute I remove myself from the equation, that shit is over. B is over.
Hey, yo, free the rant. Free the rant.
Free the
rant.
Free the rant.
Free the rant.
You know what I
Free
mean?
the rant.
Free the rant. And yes, Chris Jones, our associate producer, says peace to y'all kings. And yes, free the rant campaign. Free the rant. We should be we should be out of YouTube jail in about, a few more days. You know what I'm saying? Sunflower Sky says, thank you for an excellent show tonight. Panel and chat. Appreciate all of y'all. Thank you, Logic. No, thank you. Thank you and everybody who met us over here at the backup channel. That means a lot to us. You know what I mean? So we're going to exit the show. We're going to play our credits and all that good shit. And then we're going to play a premiere of this video called Sweet, because we love the ladies, you know what I mean, from Dunny Brown. And I think y'all going to see more of Dunny Brown on this channel also. And also check out his podcast with my guy Stuck B called FOH. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Make sure you play that Sun Kiss tonight. Make sure you play that Sun Kiss tonight.
Are we gonna
that
play
shit
that
is
too?
very relevant.
All right, we're going to play that too. All right, we're going to play that. But as y'all know, I mean, I love and appreciate and salute you all. And this has been the Evening Rant. Peace.
Deal, son. What you been? Listen, man, it don't be right like that regular with the rap money, so a dude got to keep a regular job doing regular things, Son say it all the time, regular, you know what I mean? Can't blame me, but still, you know what I mean? I hit the tour, did a couple of shows, came back to town, got to still keep these bills paid. Rent overhead.
So what you doing tonight? What you want to do? Hang out?
Come on, man. My girl been blowing up my jacket. She think I'm out here chilling with the next shorty. I can't. You know what I mean? Don't say nothing. Y'all already had y'all joke. I gotta go report in. Period.
All right, man. You already know.
That's what it is.
Family is scandal, man. Do what you do.
That's my lady. This is not scandalous business like you dudes. You know what I mean? You already know who you representing out here. See his shirt. Boy, the crib, see?
That's why you're living off of rations. Hayes got me out on Saturn doing donuts on the rings. I ghost ride whips like I'm in the Dub C gang. I ride, I bang, I do the thing. I grind hard like the yard in the bang. Orlando, Florida, the Brooklyn, New York. We getting money, now know what you doing.
Yeah. I'm back there. Been blowing up my phone heavy. I'm here now.
Yes, my baby's home now. All right, get yourself comfortable, baby.
I'm on it. You know I'm shit. Woo. Come on, B. Oh yeah, all right. I see what you've been playing out here too. I know what this means. Woo.
That's that right there, baby. Yo, this is that right. You forgot what New York sound like. We about to remind them. This shit right here, Data. Yeah. Shorty hate when I'm going too long. In the eyes I can't do wrong. Chillin' picture my phone with a t-shirt and red panties on. Outside it's cold to the bone. She need her daddy home. 1 night, 2 night, 3 nights. She been sad that she alone. I'm doing H24s, 4 days late. Wait till me more. When I get back, I'ma beat that. I'ma break down a single wall. Make a juggle a single wall. Brain making NCA single chord. Thought I knew it all. Shorty doing all type of shit I never seen before, dog. Got me falling head over heels. Rolling up splips, chefing up meals. Just a real, like Mary Blige said that she feels. Type of chick break your heart, how you wildin' now? David Carradine, Kill Bill. When we make love, sugar sweet raindrops fall on the window sill. 90 minutes later to the refrigerator, needed whipped cream, eating still. Had a face full, very tasteful. Mommy spent around, kept it trill. Sweet love that she feel, keep her coming back even still. Heart broke so much, question if this time it was real. Ups and the downs, merry-go-rounds, through the good and bad times too. Lil' mommy on my side, round shotgun, that's what a ride or die do. Even though you was lied to and let down, you still tried to find love and I found you. Blew right through like a typhoon do. Mind blown, head windswept, got a hand there with a thing kept. Got a bottle in the lab, first to the class, then we talk more in depth. Poured another drink, lit an incense, blew another split, now it's intense. Till the sun came in the 19th, the day seemed like in an instance. Shorty got the guard so tense, my sex got her like the ocean. Told me she a lifeguard in the water good, so I dove in. She the chosen, shorty golden, dick in the body, mommy holding. I could tell she about that life, and them other chicks only posing. She got me out in the open, got me open, got her hoping that I'm Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. Shorty ring finger till it's frozen. One person transies, another trailer, all in all, know the slogan. I'm a Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. Shorty ring finger till it's frozen.
Gino, get that truck.
What a God. Shout out all the gods and all the goddesses. Now, Holly, you know I got you, right?
Yeah, I know. I love Chris Rich.
If she don't say the God, she ain't saying it right. We check out the telly, we don't stay for the night. We keep going on, we'll be late for the flight. She said that she loved me to death. We'll take a deep breath, stay away from the light. We used to play tag in the PJs. I had a crush on you during recess. Baby, let's get it like G-Dep. Make it last forever like Keith Sweat. My queen fresh with the jewels. Mean step when she move. Exploring you like the carnival and get you wet like the cruise. You look your best in the nude. Lava lamps at the mood. I turn it off, then I'ma turn you on, girl. You know you like when I water. Hit me up. They calling my phone, I ain't picking up. Posting pics when we on vacations. I know all your friends are sick of us. We got one life to live, and baby girl, we gon' live it up. That's how we give it up. And this how I picture us, calmly. Vacations under palm trees, Barney. When I'm on the road, she hitting my phone when she want me. But I gotta know, cause I had enough of these thotties. So turn off the lights and let's get it on.
Bitches are sick, I'm his favorite, so he wear me out like it's Louis V's. Hoes hit the curb, park for luxury. Street nigga knew what it came with. Track mule, line a leg, touchdown, money flip. He came home rich, I'm not average. Hoes know I don't play about mines, let him be pressed. On the own time, rubber grip if I check them. That's a Nike slide. Bougie and I'm so ghetto. Red lips, virgins, kiss stiletto. Mellow yellow, thick bitch with all the smoke. Hello, 6'9", I'm a water slide. Up and down his face like a water slide. When it's go time, I'm on top. Yikes. That's another ride sport everywhere, just not to get his face down, ass up. You know what it is. Do you want to get loose? No noose. I gotta grip him down quick. Like, give me my dick, he mad. When I make a buzz quick, grab my hair and throw. Call me his bitch, and I'm with the shit, working cute. But it's 5 carat for me. Everybody on that body concluded. Sincerely, now picture us calmly. Vacations under palm trees, yeah, no worries. Holly on the manner, meaning a loyalty. Yeah, on God, they don't play about me. I got us, and where you need to be, this where you need to be, this where you need to be, on us, yeah, this where you need to be.